And welcome to the ball game, everybody, and a happy first day of summer to you on what looks to be a gorgeous Friday night for baseball in the Matsunuka Valley. It's once again time for ABL action from the beautiful grounds of Herman Brothers Field in Palmer, Alaska. Your Matsu Miners are set to do battle with the Peninsula Oilers. Hello again, everybody. Brandon Monty alongside my good colleague Nick Velan. Happy as always to be bringing you Miners Baseball here on YouTube Live, the broadcast home for Miners Baseball all season long. Remember, folks, all 44 regular season games, home and away, can be streamed live on the Miners YouTube channel. We'll have pregame shows for you 30 minutes prior to first pitch every game. It's game number 15 of the 43rd season of Miners Baseball. As with first pitch moments away, let's look at the starters for the visiting Oilers, managed by Kyle Brown. Damon Keith is the leadoff man. He's in left. Jaden Fine bats second. He's in right. Connor McCord bats third. He's at first base. Jonathan Villa is the cleanup man. He's the designated hitter. Hitting fifth is Bobby Goodlow. He's at second. Giancarlo Servine bats sixth. He's over at third. John McKay hits seventh. He'll be behind the plate doing the catching. Hitting eighth, the shortstop Skylar Messenger. And rounding out the order, the speedy center fielder Travis Bohall. On the mound for your Matsu Miners tonight from Willis, Texas, by way of Texas A&M, a 6'1", 230-pound right-hander, number 24, Brandon Birdsell. It's his fourth appearance of the year, his second start. No decisions on the year for Birdsell, 5.06 ERA and 5 1/3 innings of work. In his last appearance against the Oilers on June 18th, went 1 inning, 1 walk, and had 1 strikeout as well. Miners going with their camouflage jerseys tonight with yellow and green caps and white pants. Oilers red jerseys with black lettering and black numbers. Birdsell ready off the left side of the rubber. Goes into his windup. First pitch to Keith, a fastball that misses low for ball 1, and we're underway. First pitch tonight, 7:01. Temperature at game time, 71 degrees, and mostly sunny skies. It's a beautiful night for baseball as the 1-0 is fouled off to the right, out of play by Damon Keith, so 1-1 now the count. Keith, the 286 hitter coming into this game. He's been hot in this series as the 1-1 is chopped over towards short. Martinez to his left, corrals it, throws over to first in time as it gets Keith by about a step there for out number 1. As we look at our defensive alignment for the Miners, managed by Tyler LeBrun, assistant coach Jeff Erlab, and David Dennis. As Cody Huff will be doing the catching, Aaron Walters at first, Josh Bristian at second, Ricky Martinez at short, and Tanner Carlson at third. In the outfield, Sam Thompson in left, Eric Webb in center, and Justin Kirby is out in right. The number 2 hitter, Jaden Fine, digs in as Birdsell goes into his windup, and the first pitch drops in on the outside corner for a called strike 1. Jaden Fine, a 6'3", native of Simi Valley, California, a 146 hitter on the year as the 0-1 pitch, again a fastball, and again paints the outside corner. So Fine quickly down 0-2 before he can even lift the bat off the shoulders. The Oilers come into this game having lost the first 3 of this 4-game series as the Miners looking to get the brooms out and complete a 4-game sweep as the 0-2 is fouled right back towards us off the screen. So we'll do it again, 0-2. Fine, 3 for 10 in his last 3 games. Struggled to start the season, however, 0 for 17. All 5 of his hits have come in 2 of 10 games he's played on this year as Birdsell again ready from the left side of the rubber and now steps off. Miners looking for their 6th home victory on the year as Birdsell goes into his motion. The 0-2 pitch, a breaking ball that's popped into foul ground in right field over towards the Miners bullpen in the right field corner, and it'll drift into the seats. So again, the count now 0-2. 5th pitch of the at-bat coming up between Jaden Fine and Brandon Birdsell. With last night's victory, the Matsu Miners took sole possession of first place in the Alaska Baseball League for the first time this season, now sitting a half a game ahead of the 8-5 Anchorage Bucks as the Miners come in 9-5 through 14. The 0-2 again is fouled off, a chopper towards the Oilers dugout on the third base side. So for the 3rd straight pitch, we'll do it again, 0-2. Fine. Just finished his freshman year at San Diego State, a member of the Aztecs, where he hit .293 with 4 home runs. Birdsell goes into his windup. 0-2 on its way is fouled off to the right side, again out of play. So Fine making Birdsell work here as the count remains 0-2. Miners come into tonight's contest a 3.47 ERA as a pitching staff. That's good for second in the Alaska Baseball League. They're also second in innings pitched, earned runs, and opposing batting average. Birdsell gets his sign from Cody Huff. Another 0-2 coming as a breaking ball that's popped up. This one will stay fair. Drifting out to right field underneath it, Justin Kirby. He makes the catch as he barely had to move and had enough time to camp under that one for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here for the right-hander Brandon Birdsell to start the ball game. And the number 3 hitting first baseman Connor McCord coming to the plate. McCord, a left-handed hitter. The first lefty to step into the box tonight for the Oilers as the first pitch to him is lined to left field. This could be trouble, and it's going to bounce against the wall out in the left field corner. McCord rounding first, heading for 2. The throw in by Sam Thompson is cut off by shortstop Ricky Martinez. So it's an extra base hit here for Connor McCord with 2 down. As the Oilers, for the second consecutive game, have a runner in scoring position in the first inning. The Oilers have not led in this series, and they've lost 6 of their last 9 games and 5 of their last 6 away from Kenai. So they're looking for a reversal of fortune here away from home as Jonathan Villa digs into the right-hander's batter's box. Birdsell now working from the stretch. The first pitch to Villa on its way is a fastball that paints the outside corner for a called strike 1. The Oilers came into this series first in the ABL in team batting average, and they still are. However, their team average has dropped 20 points since the start of the series. Birdsell working from the left side of the rubber again. He's ready at the belt. Checks McCord twice at second. Now the 0-1 is fouled straight back off the screen. So Birdsell ahead in the count here, 0-2 to Jonathan Villa, a native of Ensenada, Mexico, a 190 hitter. He has struck out at least once in each of his last 5 games, and he's 0 for 2 in this series. Both of his appearances have come pinch hitting. Birdsell ready, 0-2 on its way is a called strike 3, and the side is retired. Oilers put one on second with a double, but can't do anything with him. We're through a half an inning here at Herman Brothers Field. Miners coming to bat in the bottom of the first. Still a scoreless ball game. Back with you in the bottom of the first. Brandon Monty alongside Nick Velan as with the Miners coming to bat. We'll introduce their starting lineup for you as they're managed by Tyler LeBrun. Leading things off is Eric Webb. He's out in center field. Sam Thompson, for the first time since opening day, batting second. He's out in left. Justin Kirby bats third. He's in right field. Aaron Walters, the cleanup man. He's at first. Cody Huff hits fifth. He's the catcher. Drew Williamson bats sixth. He's the designated hitter. Hitting seventh is third baseman Tanner Carlson. Batting eighth, the shortstop Ricky Martinez. And rounding out the order, Josh Bristian. He will play second. On the mound tonight for the Oilers, a left-hander, number 2, Brian Merkin, a 6-foot, 190-pound southpaw from Lafayette, California, by way of Long Beach State University. No decisions on the year. 8.53 ERA in 6 1/3 innings of work. Merkin working from the windup. The first pitch to Webb as he shows bunt but pulls it back as a fastball misses away for ball one. Eric Webb has been red hot to start the 2019 season for the Miners. He's a .382 hitter, 500 on base percentage, .588 slugging, 12 runs scored, 13 RBIs. Merkin, the left-hander, goes into his windup again as the 1-0 pitch, a changeup that misses below the knees for ball 2. Eric Webb's second in the ABL in batting average entering today, a 5-game hit streak to his credit. He's also tied for the Alaska Baseball League in stolen bases. He's 8 for 9 on the year. Merkin takes a deep breath, adjusts his black and white cap, and goes into his motion. The 2-0 pitch, a fastball that paints the outside corner for a called strike 1. As always, a beautiful view of the Pioneer Peak Mountain out in the left field distance. I tell you folks, if you've never been able to experience Herman Brothers Field, you are missing out. It's one of the best places to watch a ball game as a 2-1 pitch is popped up sky high down the third base line in foul ground on the infield. Running over is Giancarlo Servine, and he had a little bit of trouble tracking that pop-up down there as he stumbled in foul ground over towards third base, but he was able to corral it for out number 1 as Sam Thompson digs into the box for the Miners. Thompson, a 185 hitter entering this game, has scored a run in each of his last 3 games. The Miners are 4-0 this year when he scores a run. This is his 10th game on the year, and as mentioned, the first time he's hitting second since opening day when the Miners played the Chinooks. First pitch to Thompson, a breaking ball waved at and missed for strike 1. Brian Merkin making his 4th appearance on the year, 3rd start. Opponents are hitting .050 against him, but he has 9 walks compared to 3 strikeouts, so struggling a bit with his control, and as I say that, he misses outside with a fastball, so 1-1 now the count. Merkin just 1 hit allowed, but has allowed 6 runs, all of them earned. So it seems walks have done him in throughout his first 3 appearances on the year. He's still looking for his first win as an Oiler here in the 2019 campaign. Thompson digs back into the right-handed batter's box with an open stance. Merkin goes into his motion. The 1-1 again misses in the same spot, a couple feet off the outside corner with a fastball, 2-1. Entering today, the Miners 9-5, the leaders in the ABL. The Anchorage Bucks sit a half a game out at 8-5. The Glacier Pilots 6-5, a game and a half out. And the Oilers and Chinooks tied for 4th place at 5-9, 4 games out of first as the 2-1 pitch, another fastball, and again misses outside. Hitters count here for Thompson, 3-1. Thompson in last night's game pinch hit in the bottom of the 9th, hit a fly ball out towards deep left center field that Damon Keith couldn't corral. He lost track of it. Thompson has reached now on an error in his last 2 games, and he scored the winning run in last night's ball game as the 3-1 pitch, a fastball that this time catches the outside corner, so we're full 3-2. Looks like another good crowd filing in here again tonight. We've had quadruple digits in the stands now 2 nights in a row. Plenty of fans coming out on both sides to watch some Alaska Baseball League action. Merkin ready at the letters from the left side of the rubber. The 3-2 pitch misses in the dirt for ball 4. So Sam Thompson reaches base, the first base runner of the evening for the Valley's finest. 4th free pass of the year for Sam Thompson. And coming up, one Kent State Golden Flash leads to another as Justin Kirby, the number 3 hitting right fielder, is set to dig in.
The Miners, when they get in that batter's box, they need to be aware of Kirk Merkin's control issues and just work the counts in their favor. That's how they're going to be most successful tonight.
Kirby, a .296 hitter, has a hit in 8 of his last 10 games as he's been hot. First pitch to him from the stretch. Merkin misses again outside with the fastball, and we're already seeing it here. Merkin struggling to catch the corners here. He's missed very far outside on about 3 of his fastballs now as he looks to collect himself here. The middle infield is in double play def with the shortstop and second baseman hugging the bag at second. Corners playing a bit in. Thompson gets a 2-step lead off first as the 1-0 pitch to Kirby catches the outside corner. Looked like a changeup for strike 1. Kirby 1 for 4 last night, tied for 5th in the Alaska Baseball League with 9 RBIs. He's also tied for the ABL lead in homers with 3 of them. Merkin checks Thompson at first and deals 1-1. It's a changeup again that misses high and outside, 2-1. Kirby last night walked for the first time in 9 games. He's also 9th in the ABL in batting average, enters a .296 hitter, and he's tied for 2nd in the league in hits with 16 of them. Kirby digs into the right-handed batter's box with an open stance. Merkin checks Thompson again. Now the 2-1 pitch again misses So Merkin falling behind in the count for the second consecutive batter here, as Kirby's got a hitter's count now 3-1. Walks have been an issue for the Oilers on the season as a staff, 87 of them as a team. That's 25 more than any other pitching staff in the Alaska Baseball League. Merkin takes a deep breath as he tries to recollect himself here as the 3-1 misses in the dirt for ball 4. So 2 straight free passes allowed here by the left-hander Brian Merkin, as the Miners now have 2 men on, 1 man in scoring position with the cleanup hitter Aaron Walters coming to the dish. As the catcher for the Oilers, John McKay, goes out and has a brief word with his pitcher here to try to recollect himself, as Merkin will have to work his way out of danger here in this bottom half of the first, with the heart of the Miner order set to come up, and the hero of last night's game, Aaron Walters, digs in. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Walters had a game-winning single in the bottom of the 9th of last night's game to give the Miners a 3-2 victory in what was Game 3 of this 4-game set between the Miners and the Oilers. Merkin is ready at the belt. First pitch on its way to Aaron Walters is popped foul to the left side, and that one's going to get out of play. Remember, folks, a foul ball can do some serious damage to your car. You can always visit the fine folks at the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. They're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more details. 2 runners on, 1 man out. Still no score here in the bottom of the first, as Merkin's 0-1 is on its way, and it's a fastball that paints the outside corner for a called strike 2. So Walters now down 0-2. He comes into this one a .217 hitter on the year. 4 runs, 3 RBIs, including the game-winning one last night, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. He's also got an 8-game on-base streak working. Merkin is ready at the belt. Takes a deep breath. Checks Thompson at second. Now the 0-2 on its way is in the dirt, and it gets away from catcher John McKay, and that's going to allow both Thompson and Kirby to advance 90 feet on the wild pitch. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Miners here, as they're threatening to score first for the 4th consecutive game here. So Aaron Walters with a prime RBI opportunity here, as he looks to start an early rally in the Valley here in the bottom of the first. Still no score here, but the Miners threatening. The double play now eliminated after that wild pitch. So 2nd and 3rd with 1 out, 1-2 count ready for Walters here. Merkin working from the left side of the rubber. Here comes the 1-2 on its way. An easy layoff there from Walters as he watches a fastball miss inside for ball 2. Walters at the dish. In the on-deck circle is catcher Cody Huff, and Drew Williamson will follow him. Still no score here from Herman Brothers Field. Miners Oilers tied early. Miners looking to break the seal here in the bottom of the first. Merkin is ready from the stretch. Here comes a 2-2, and it's hit pretty well out to right field. Retreating is Jaden Fine, and makes the catch about 5 steps in front of the wall, and that's going to do the job as Sam Thompson trots on in. And Aaron Walters, who hit the last RBI of the ball game last night, gets the first one today on a sacrifice fly out to right field, and the Miners strike first for the 4th straight game in the bottom of the first this time, as they lead the Oilers 1-0. And Cody Huff will look to add to the damage here as he steps in, with Justin Kirby still standing on second in a 1-0 game. Still no hits in this one for the Miners, but they are on the board first, and they are 8-2 on the season when they strike first in a ball game. The right-handed hitting Huff digs in. Brian Merkin ready from the stretch. First pitch to him misses inside in the dirt, as McKay able to scoop it there. Good pick by the catcher from Cal Poly, as it's 1-0 now the count. Cody Huff enters a .318 hitter, a versatile player for the Miners, has now played catcher, second base, shortstop, and third base this year, starting at 4 different positions for the Valley's finest. He got the nod behind the plate tonight as the 1-0 pitch is lined to left field, and this one's going to drop in front of Damon Keith for a base hit. And Justin Kirby will not be waved around at third. He will stay just 90 feet from home plate. So now runners at the corners with 2 down, and Drew Williamson coming up to the dish. He had an RBI in last night's ball game. as the 6'5" first baseman from Bruton, Alabama, looks to get an RBI in his second straight contest. Picked up his first ribby last night since June 12th and his first multi-hit game since June 7th as he went 2 for 4. A 244 hitter coming in with 3 runs scored and 5 RBIs as John McKay gives the sign to his infielders here, as they'll try to snuff out any attempts at stealing second here with a little sign to the infield. Another lefty on lefty matchup coming up. Williamson steps in. A 290 hitter this past year for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Huff gets his lead. First pitch from Merkin to Williamson, a fastball that misses too far inside, so 1-0 now the count. The Oilers still have not led in this series. The Miners now lead at 1-0. Brian Merkin is ready. Here comes the 1-0 delivery, and this one runs inside, and it nicks Williamson. So the bases are now juiced. 2 outs now, and it looks like an assistant coach coming out to the mound for the Oilers to have a word with Brian Merkin here. He's allowed just 1 hit in this inning. Remember, Nick, we talked about Merkin hasn't given up too many hits on the year. Really, it's been his control that's got the best of him in most of these starts.
And it appears that the Miners knew that coming into this ball game, as they are working the counts. As I mentioned earlier on this ball game, that's where they're going to be most effective. And 2 walks and a hit by pitch, obviously so far in this ball game, his control is definitely iffy, as the assistant coach for the Oilers is trying to calm him down, try to get him out of this inning with 2 outs and bases loaded. But Tanner Carlson at the plate, and let's see what he can do here.
Tanner Carlson has 8 RBIs on the season and looking to add to his collection here. Bases are juiced, bottom of the first, 2 down. Miners up 1-0 and looking for more, as Brian Merkin is trying to work his way out of early trouble here in this opening frame. As the Miners have scored first for the 4th consecutive game, they're looking for their 7th straight victory against the Oilers here at Herman Brothers Field, dating back to last season. As Merkin is ready, takes a deep breath, comes set at the belt. Now first pitch to Carlson, drops in on the inside corner for a called strike 1. So a big pitch there by Merkin, just the second batter he's thrown a first pitch strike 2 in the inning. So bases loaded, 2 down, 1-0 Miner lead. Carlson, a .216 hitter on the year, stepping in. The 0-1 on its way, misses outside for a ball, so the count even at 1-1. Drew Williamson at first, Cody Huff at second, and Justin Kirby over at third. As the Ducks are on the pond for the Elk Grove, California native, Tanner Carlson. Merkin is ready. The 1-1 pitch is on its way, and it misses upstairs for ball 2. Carlson, in his 11th game on the year, 2 multi-hit games on the year. It's the first time that he's hitting below the 6th spot tonight, as he's inserted at the 7th spot, and once again getting the nod over at the hot corner third base. Merkin is ready as the Lafayette, California native comes set. Here comes the 2-1, and it gets away to the backstop, and that's going to allow Justin Kirby to score. So the Miners now lead it 2-0. As a pitch in the dirt gets away from catcher John McKay, and now the Miners are just 1 ball away from bringing in another run on a potential walk. Hitters count here for Carlson, 3-1, 2 outs. Now runners at second and third as Tanner Carlson steps back in. His brother Dylan, a first-round pick in the 2016 MLB draft. As the 5'11" infielder is ready, Brian Merkin is ready on the bump. He toes the slab. Now the 3-1 pitch is fouled straight back to the backstop. So full count here, 3-2 with Carlson at the dish. Ricky Martinez in the on-deck circle. Josh Bristian waiting behind him. The Miners seeking their 7th consecutive victory. It would be the longest win streak in the Alaska Baseball League this year if they are able to win this one tonight. And so far, they are on track to do so, up 2-0 in the bottom of the first, as the 3-2 to Carlson misses low for ball 4. Good eye there by the third baseman as he trots down to first with his 7th walk of the season. So again, the bases are juiced, and shortstop Ricky Martinez is coming up.
7 batters so far for the Miners and only 1 hit on 2 runs. So Merkin definitely struggling early here.
Merkin has hit a batter and walked a few more. The bases are loaded once again for Ricky Martinez. 1 run on the season scored for the shortstop by way of Baylor University as the first pitch misses upstairs for ball 1. And again, Merkin falls behind in the count. 3 walks already in the inning for him and a hit by pitch. There's a run right there, Nick. As we say, the control continues to plague Merkin on the mound as he'll try to limit the damage to 2 runs for the Miners here. It's not going to be easy, though, against Ricky Martinez as the 1-0 is on its way. And not a good start here for Merkin to this at-bat as he misses away again 2-0. Martinez in his 8th game on the year. Just 1 hit on the season. That was back on June 16th against the Anchorage Bucks, but he has an opportunity to break out of a slump here and pick up his first RBI, or RBIs for that matter, as a Miner. Merkin is ready. The 2-0 on its way with 2 outs, and the bases loaded is low for ball 3. There is already a right-hander getting loose in the Oilers bullpen as the Miners are threatening to break this one open here in the bottom half of the first. They have yet to score more than 2 runs in the bottom of the first, or the first inning for that matter, in any game this year. But they're threatening to jump ahead early and not look back here in this 4th game of a 4-game series as the 3-0 misses low, ball 4. So Merkin surrenders his 4th free pass of the inning to Ricky Martinez. This one on 4 pitches. Martinez picks up his first RBI of the season without having to even lift the bat off the shoulders, and manager Kyle Brown for the Oilers has seen enough. He is headed out. And looks like he's going to stop here. The infield is coming in, and now Brown coming back out to the mound. And I guess some confusion here. He's having a discussion with the home plate umpire. He's signaling over to his bullpen. It looks like we're going to have a pitching change here in the 1st inning.
And it's, I mean, for Kyle Brown, manager, you have to manage your team to win. And right now, the pitcher on the mound is not throwing strikes and not putting you in a position to win. So it's a good call to swap him out early and try to limit the damage.
Merkin walked 4 batters here in the bottom of the first. He hit another one. 5 free bases allowed by the left-hander as his evening is done. He is responsible for all the runners on base still, so he could potentially give up 6 runs in this outing in just a third of an inning of work. We got a new pitcher for the Oilers. We'll tell you who it is after this short break. Miners up 3-0. Josh Brishton, the number 9 hitter, digging in for the Matsu Miners as they are already up 3-0 here in the bottom half of the first, and they've only needed 1 hit to get a 3-run lead here in this opening frame. New pitcher for the Oilers is number 9, Kyle Muller from Hamilton Square, New Jersey, and Rutgers University, as the first pitch to Bristian drops in. Fastball at about the knees for a called strike one. Muller making his second appearance on the year, as the 0-1 to Bristian is lined foul, and look out over there, as that one could do some damage. A hard hit ball to the right side. So already Muller showing more control than his starter Brian Merkin, who was chased after just a third of an inning, or 2/3 of an inning for that matter, as the 0-2 pitch on its way, a breaking ball that drops in the dirt for ball one. So a waste pitch there, trying to get Bristian to chase, but he wasn't biting, as the count goes to 1-2. Josh Bristian stepping back in the lineup for the second straight night, hitting 9th out of Gonzaga University, as the 1-2, a fastball that misses away. Good eye there by the utility man Bristian, as he's even in the count now, 2-2. Carlson over at second, Ricky Martinez at first, and Drew Williamson at third. Bristian ready, 2-2 on its way, is chopped foul to the right side, and this one will get out of play. So we're even again, 2-2. Bristian, a 115 hitter coming in, 0 for 3 last night. It's his 10th game of the season, 0 for 4 thus far in the series, as he's looking to change that here with 2 down, bottom of the first. 3-0 our score. Miners in the lead. Bases are still loaded. The 2-2 on its way is lined to right field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Carlson rounding third, and he will score as well. It's a rally in the valley for the Mat-Su Miners. In the bottom of the first, a 2-run single to right by Josh Bristian. He picks up RBIs number 2 and 3 on the year, and the Miners lead it 5-0. And they have batted around here in the bottom of the first, as Eric Webb comes back up, looking to add to the damage here. Those 2 runs will go on behalf of starter Brian Merkin, and he is still responsible for Ricky Martinez over at third. So Webb steps back in. He is tied for the ABL lead in RBIs with 13, as the first pitch is waved at and missed. A big hack there by the leadoff man Webb. It came up empty. 0-1 now in the count. Webb steps back in, righty on righty matchup against Kyle Muller. The 0-1 on its way, a breaking ball in the dirt. Good block there by John McKay, so we're even now at 1-1. Well, the Miners haven't had too much of a problem driving in runners in scoring position tonight thus far. Last night they left 8 men in scoring position between the 3rd and the 7th inning. But tonight they've already got 5 and looking for more here in the bottom of the first, as the pitch to Webb, another breaking ball that misses low, as the dangerous Eric Webb is ahead in the count now, 2-1. Through just 9 games on this season, Eric Webb is first in the Alaska Baseball League in runs scored, as well as slugging percentage. He steps back in, 2-1 on its way, misses low and away, 3-1. Already 4 walks in the inning for this Oiler pitching staff, as things are threatening to get out of hand here early. Miners looking for that 7th straight win and their 5th in a row on this homestand. Muller's ready from the left side of the rubber. The 3-1 is hit out medium well towards left field. Under it is Damon Keith. He's underneath and makes the catch, and the side is retired. But the Mat-Su Miners put up a 5 spot in the bottom of the first. They lead it 5-0. Oilers coming to bat after 1. 5, 6, 7 coming up for the Peninsula Oilers here in the top of the second as they've got their work cut out for them, down 5-0 as the first pitch from Brandon Birdsell, a fastball that misses away for ball one. Birdsell back on the mound for his second inning of work. His last time out went just one inning in relief against the Oilers on June 18th. Didn't give up a run as the 1-0 is lined by Goodlow, and it just misses to the left of the left field foul line there as Goodlow tried to inside out it out towards left field. But instead a foul ball and a 1-1 count here for the Oilers' second baseman, a .300 hitter on the year, a 9-game hitting streak currently going for him as the 1-1 pitch, a beautiful breaking ball that drops back in on the outside corner as it froze Goodlow there. 1-2 now the count for Brandon Birdsell. Birdsell quickly steps back out onto the mound, looking to get a good rhythm going here early on as the 1-2 is chopped over to first and will just skip foul. So Birdsell will do it again here, 1-2. Goodlow was subbed in last night as a pinch runner, but did not have any appearances at the plate. 39 games played this past year for TCU, 30 of which were starts. He hit .279 for the Horned Frogs, 15 runs scored, 17 walks, 5 doubles. 1-2 on the way to Goodlow, just misses below the knees. 2-2 is our count. The Oilers 0 hits through the first 5 innings Wednesday, and then 1 hit through 5 innings last night, so they've struggled to get things going early in ball games over the last 2 contests as Goodlow fouls another 2-2 pitch straight back off the screen, and will do it again here at 2-2. The Oilers average 2 more hits per game than the Miners, yet the Miners are now beating them out in runs per game. Just goes to show how the Oilers have not been able to capitalize with runners in scoring position as the 2-2 breaking ball from Birdsell misses inside 3-2. Oilers have already left 1 stranded in this game. They're hitting just .129 as a team this season with runners in scoring position as the 3-2 pitch. Ring him up for strike 3. Goodlow tossed his bat over towards the third base dugout thinking he had a free pass, but the home plate umpire says otherwise. It's a called third strike for Brandon Birdsell, his second strikeout of the evening, second straight punch out. Going back to the top of the first, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Giancarlo Servine. Righty on righty matchup here as Birdsell goes into his windup. First pitch waved at and missed by Servine. He was trying to hit that one over towards the Pioneer Peak Mountain out in the left field distance, but came up empty. 0-1. Wind picking up here as the 0-1 pitch is fouled to the right, and that one will get out of play. So 0-2 now the count with one out, nobody on base in a 5-0 ball game. The Miners have taken control here early, putting up a 5 spot in the bottom of the first. They needed just 2 hits to get it though, as the 0-2 pitch is grounded towards second, and that's going to get by Bristian. A good hit there by Servine to hit it where they ain't. And the Oilers have a hit now for the second straight inning as Servine reaches first base. So 1 on, 1 out, and the catcher John McKay stepping in. McKay 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout last night in his first start of the season. Previously was at Palomar College. He had a pinch hit walk in his debut 2 nights ago. It's another righty on righty matchup. Birdsell is ready from the stretch off the left side of the rubber. First pitch to McKay, grounded to second and off the glove of Bristian as he dove, but he couldn't quite get it. A good effort there by the second baseman. So back-to-back singles here for the Oilers in the top half of inning number 2. As I mentioned, they had just 1 hit combined through the first 5 innings of each of the last 2 games. So the slow start doesn't seem to be making its way to them tonight. As coming up is the 8th hitting shortstop Skylar Messenger, who has struggled in this series. 0 for 10 against the Miners thus far. 2 strikeouts, a walk and a hit by pitch. Birdsell is ready from the stretch as the first pitch is a curveball that drops in on the inside corner. Good pitch there by Birdsell for a called strike 1. Miners 5-3 on the year here at Herman Brothers Field. The Oilers 2-6 away from Kenai. Birdsell ready, checks the runner at second, infield in double play def. The 0-1 is on its way, and it's grounded towards left field, and it's a third straight base hit, and all runners will move up 90 feet. Giancarlo Servine will not be moved towards home here as the third base coach says to halt, so the bases are now juiced for the Oilers here, one man down, and coming up is the ninth hitting center fielder, Travis Bohall.
It's so weird, too, because the past two games were such pitchers' duels, as right now hits have been coming fairly easy for both teams.
Both teams, as you mentioned, Nick, getting off to slow starts in these last two ball games, but now the base is loaded for the Oilers here. One out, first pitch to Bohall, a fastball that just misses outside for ball one. Miners looking to become the first team in the ABL to double-digit wins on the year. And looking for an ABL leading 7-game win streak as the 1-0 pitch misses to Bohall, low and away, ball two. Couldn't quite get command of the fastball there. Bohall on the year is 2 for 9 at the dish, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. He has an RBI, a stolen base, and a hit in his first 2 games as he loops one out towards right field. Going to be a tough play. Bristian retreats, makes the catch, and turns around quickly as Giancarlo Servine is unable to advance on that one. Good presence of mind there by Bristian to make the running catch, retreating into the shallow outfield grass. As the runners will have to stay put here. Bases loaded, 2 outs as Birdsell's looking to work his way out of a jam. And it's back to the top of the order for the Oilers with the left fielder Damon Keith coming up. Keith, 3 for 8 in the series, has doubled his season RBI total in this series. He now has 7 on the year. He had 3 coming into the series. He's reached base safely in 7 of his last 8 games. 3 multi-hit games in his last 10 appearances as the first pitch to him is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, called strike one. Keith's been hitting the ball well in the series. He hit one off the right field wall last night on a double. Birdsell working from the stretch, takes a deep breath, checks the runners. He's ready at the belt as the 0-1 is waved at and missed by Keith. He was tardy to the party on the fastball there. So 0-2 now the count to the right-handed hitting outfielder by way of Redlands, California, and Cal Baptist University. Birdsell leans in with the glove tucked to his chest and the right arm leaning out. He's got his sign. 0-2 on its way is popped up in foul ground, and this one will drift out of play into the seats. So we'll do it again. 0-2. No runs, but 4 hits already in the ball game for the Oilers. 5 runs, 2 hits for the Mat-Su Miners. Birdsell's ready. The 0-2 on its way. A fastball that misses upstairs as Huff's able to corral it. So a waste pitch there, 1-2. The Miners pitching staff, 10 strikeouts to just 1 walk in last night's contest. As Birdsell leans in again, gets his sign from Cody Huff. He's got what he likes. The 1-2 on its way is fouled off again to the right side, and that one's out of play. Remember, folks, if your car needs a new taillight or just any sort of nut, bolt, or screw, be sure to visit the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. They're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more information. Birdsell checks the runners. He's ready at the belt. Another 1-2 pitch is fouled off again to the right side. So Damon Keith making him work here. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up between the two right-handers. As the 286th hitting Keith steps back in for another 1-2 pitch. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Miners up 5-0, but the Oilers threatening here in the top of the second. The 1-2 from Birdsell is poked out to right field. Kirby is charging in, and it drops in front of the right fielder for a base hit. 1 run scores, and a 2nd run trots home. So the Oilers get 2 back here in the top of the second on a 2-run single to right from Damon Keith, who now has 6 RBIs in the series. He's tripled his RBI total in the last 4 games as he continues to be a pain in the Miners' side here. So the Oilers now have first and second, 2 down. It's a 5-2 game, and pitching coach Jeff Erlab going to have a word with his starter, Brandon Birdsell.
Birdsell has been pitching effective, though. He only has 2-3 balls on the game. Other ones are strikes or balls that have been put into play, which I like to see out of a hitter, but out of a pitcher. But sometimes he's got to throw a ball here and there just to keep the batters looking and try to psych him out a little bit.
14 men were set down in a row yesterday by the Matsu Miners pitching staff. But today it's been anything but a pitcher's duel, a 5-2 game here. Miners still lead it. Funny enough, the Miners have 5 runs on 2 hits. The Oilers 2 runs on 5 hits. As they're trying to exercise their runners in scoring position demons here, as they've struggled in that department all season. They get 2 back here in the top of the second as the first pitch to Jaden Fine is fouled off to the right side out of play. And these hitters are making Birdsell work here, fighting off some tough pitches. As a kid they call Birdie steps in, he's transferring to San Jacinto College next year. Just finished his freshman year at Texas A&M, a native of Willis, Texas. As the 0-1 pitch, a fastball that's waved at and missed by Fine. So Birdsell ahead in the count here, 0-2, 2 down, 2 runners on, 5-2 Miner lead. As Damon Keith is standing on first. And Skylar Messenger over at second. Birdsell takes a deep breath. Checks the runner at second. From the stretch, the 0-2 just misses. Inside with the fastball there, so 1-2 now the count. Birdsell thought he had him, but it just misses off the corner. Oilers come in tied for first in the ABL and on-base percentage, as well as being first in hits per game with 8.5 of them, as the 1-2 is waved at and missed for strike 3. Side retired. The Oilers get 2 back in the top of the second. Miners looking to strike again here in the bottom half of inning number 2. They lead it 5-2 here after 1.5 at Herman Brothers Field. Miners coming back up to the dish. They batted around in the bottom half of the first as they took a 5-0 lead after 1. The Oilers got 2 back, however, in the top half of inning number 2 as reliever Kyle Muller back on the mound. He's 1-0 on the year, no runs allowed in 3 innings of work. He'll face Sam Thompson for the first time as the first pitch to the 2-hitting left fielder catches the outside corner. A late called first strike there from the home plate umpire. So 0-1 now to the Bremen, Georgia native. 5-2 already the score. Only 5 runs scored in last night's ball game as Thompson hits a foul ball in foul ground over towards the first base side. Underneath it is Connor McCord to make the basket catch over near the Miners on deck circle. So 2 pitches, 1 out here for the Oilers in the bottom half of the second, and the 3-hitter Justin Kirby is coming up. Kirby walked his last time around. Both Thompson and Kirby were given free passes in their first times aboard. Already 5 walks on the game for this Oiler pitching staff as they have struggled to get a grip on the zone here as Moeller trying to clean up the damage here as the first pitch to Kirby misses. No, it's a called first strike there. Another late call here for the second straight at bat is Kirby down in the count now 0-1. Kirby is ready as the 0-1 pitch on his way is waved at and missed. Was tardy on the fastball, so 0-2 is our count. Miners come into this game averaging 4.64 runs a contest. They've got 70 total now on the year. That's good for second in the Alaska Baseball League. As the 0-2 pitch is in the dirt, a waste pitch by Muller trying to get Kirby to chase, but he wasn't biting. 1-2 is now the count. The Oilers 1-6 on the year when they score 3 runs or less, but they've already got 2 to their credit as well. Both teams off to fast starts offensively tonight. Not the case in the last 2 games as Kirby fouls a 1-2 fastball straight back off the backstop, so we'll do it again. 1-2 still the count. The Miners have not won 6 games in a row since 2017. July 24th through August 1st was the last time they did it. In fact, it was a 9-game winning streak to end the regular season, and then 11 if you include the playoffs as Kirby pokes one back up the middle. Going to be a tough play, and it's a base hit here for Justin Kirby. The second baseman, Bobby Goodlow, didn't really get much of a jump on that ball. He was trotting over to his right.
And then at the end of it, he kicked
the ball. I don't think I've ever seen somebody kick the ball like that. I'm not sure what he was doing.
I mean, I probably saw a person kick it before, but I don't think I've seen someone so nonchalantly kick it and then just leave it there.
And
the ball was still in play.
An interesting play there. It got past the mound. I mean, Kirby casted the bat out on a pitch on the outside corner and poked it back up the middle. That's going to be a hit. Kirby's first of the night. It was going to be a tough play for Goodlow in the hole there behind the bag at second. So I guess he just decided instead of picking it up, he felt the need to kick it as the 1-0 pitch misses for, the 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike 1. So 1-1 now the count. 1 out, 5-2 game. Miners have a runner at first. Justin Kirby gets about a 3-step lead off the bag as the pitch to Aaron Walters is in there on the outside corner for a called strike 2. So 0-2 now the count, Scoreboard said 1-2. But Muller drops the first 2 in there. Walters down in the count. He digs back in. Muller from the stretch. The 0-2 on its way is outside there, 1-2. Muller in his only appearance on the year back against the Chinooks on June 16th went 3 innings, 1 hit allowed for him, and 2 punch-outs. So was pretty effective in relief as he throws back over to Justin Kirby to keep him honest. Kirby on the year 1 for 2 in stolen bases. Aaron Walters steps back in, 1 for 5 last night, including the game-winning single as he drifts one out towards left field. Charging in is Damon Keith as he makes the catch for out number 2. So Walters set down now. He hit a sac fly in the first inning and flies out again this time for out number 2, and Cody Huff steps back in. Huff singled his last time around. A chance at another hit here. Huff, a .318 hitter coming in. 8 runs scored on the year. 2 RBIs, 2 doubles, 4 walks, and 1 stolen base. Kirby, a 3-step lead off of first. Muller is ready, the pitch. And a first pitch swing and a miss from Cody Huff there. More of a half swing on the fastball, so he falls behind 0-1. Miners have outscored their opponents 32-12 over the course of this 6-game winning streak. Kyle Muller is ready from the left side of the rubber. The 0-1 on its way, a breaking ball that drops too low. Good eye there from Huff as the count evens 1-1. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Oilers in this one. 5 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for your Matsu Miners. Muller is ready, the 1-1 pitch, a breaking ball that drops in. Good locating there by the right-hander by way of Hamilton Square, New Jersey, and Rutgers University as he dropped it right in on the inside corner at the knees for strike 2. Muller, a 6'3", 210-pound righty, just finished his junior year with the Scarlet Knights as Huff fouls a 1-2 pitch behind us out of play. Miners up 5-2 here. 5-3 at home this season. This is their final game in a 5-game homestand. They'll travel to Anchorage tomorrow to face the Glacier Pilots as the 1-2 to Huff misses inside 2-2. That game will start at 8 p.m., a doubleheader for that matter, as the second game scheduled for a 10 p.m. start. Some late Saturday night action in the Alaska Baseball League set for tomorrow evening as the 2-2 on its way to Huff is hit well out towards right center field. Moving to his left is the center fielder Travis Bohall, and he makes the catch in the gap for out number 3. So the Miners no runs. They leave a man on here in the bottom of the second as they're unable to capitalize on a Justin Kirby single. We're through 2 here at Herman Brothers Field. Miners in control, 5-2. Top of the third coming up here from Herman Brothers Field. Brandon Monty alongside Nick Velan. Happy as always to be bringing you Mat-Su Miners baseball here on YouTube Live all season long as the Miners lead 5-2 entering the third as Brandon Birdsell's first pitch to Connor McCord, a breaking ball that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Birdsell in his third inning of work in his only other start of the year. He went 3 innings, 3 runs, 3 earned, and 3 hits as McCord hits one towards the hole. Diving play by Bristian. Throw over to first is not in time. As McCord is able to leg it out. He hit a ground ball right between the first and second base hole. Bristian made a nice play in the outfield grass to dive and snag it. But the throw was late by about a half a step as McCord legs out his second hit of the night in 2 tries, and Jonathan Villa, the cleanup man, digs in. So for the third straight inning, the Oilers put the leadoff man on, nobody out. And the first pitch to the left-handed Villa is fouled right back towards us in the press box off the screen, 0-1. Villa, an RBI in 3 of his last 5 games. He's got 4 ribbies on the year, 2 runs scored, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, a 190 hitter. Just finished his junior year at Faulkner College. He digs in, the 0-1 on its way, a fastball that paints the outside corner for a called strike 2. Reminder, folks, again, after tonight, the Miners will play 4 straight away from home here as they have a doubleheader set for 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. tomorrow at Mulcahy Stadium in Anchorage against the Glacier Pilots. Birdsell is ready from the right side of the rubber. He's ready at the letters. The 0-2 on its way is waved at and missed. A 4-pitch strikeout there for Brandon Birdsell for out number 1. So good recovery there by the right-hander after allowing a leadoff single to start the top of the third. And Bobby Goodlow steps back in, the number 5 hitter, playing second base tonight for the Oilers. Kyle Brown, the manager of this Oilers squad, now 28-30 in his second season as the skipper. As Birdsell is ready, first pitch to Goodlow is sliced foul to the left side over towards the left corner near the Oilers bullpen. So 5 straight strikes here for Brandon Birdsell. Good command of the zone thus far in the inning.
Birdsell so far in the game, only 5 balls pitched. So he's hitting the strike zone and making the batter swing in this one.
Goodlow, a 300 hitter on the year. The 0-1 pitch to him is low for ball 1. As Bobby Goodlow, who is currently 4th in the ABL in walks and 6th in hits, steps back in, a native of Fort Worth, Texas. A 5'11", 165-pound infielder. Has 6 RBIs to his credit on the year. The 1-1 pitch on its way. A beautiful breaking ball from Birdsell there. That one was nasty, dropping from the letters all the way down to about the knees on the inside corner. Not much you can do with that one if you're Goodlow. As fans continue to pack the seats here at Herman Brothers Field on what is looking to be another beautiful night for baseball. There was an early chance of rain today at around 6 and 7 o'clock, but it appears it has held off as it's another beautiful night in Palmer for Alaska Baseball League action. Miners up 5-2, looking for their 7th win in a row. The 1-2 on the way to Goodlow is a little chopper down the first base line. Birdsell drifts to his left. Good range there by the pitcher to snag it and run over to first and apply the out himself there. So 2 gone now. In the meanwhile, Connor McCord moves up 90 feet into scoring position. 3rd straight inning, the Oilers have put a man there. As McCord now standing on second with 2 down, Cody Huff goes to have a quick word with his hurler, Brandon Birdsell. As coming to the box will be number 21 for the Oilers. He's 6 hitting third baseman Giancarlo Servine. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a single, and he scored in the top half of the second. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Oilers. 5 runs, 3 hits, no errors for your Matsu Miners. Birdsell checks the runner at second twice as the first pitch, a fastball that misses away for ball 1. The Miners now 7-1 on the season. When they score 4 or more runs, they have already hit that total tonight, leading this one 5-2. They needed just 1/2 of an inning to do it, as the 1-0 pitch is a breaking ball that Servine is way out in front of on that one. So 1-1 now the count. Giancarlo Servine. As Birdsell leans in with the glove tucked against the jersey and the right arm dangling. Now he comes set. Checks the runner at second. The 1-1 on its way as a chopper back to the mound gets by Birdsell. Martinez fields it, throws over to first, and it's in time. Beats out Servine by about a step, and the side is retired. Oilers leave one stranded. We're through 2.5 at Herman Brothers Field. Miners lead it 5-2. 6, 7, 8 coming up for the Miners here in the bottom half of inning number 3. They hold a 5-2 lead over the Peninsula Oilers. Brandon Monty alongside Nick Veland bringing you Miners baseball all season long, as the first pitch to Drew Williamson, a fastball that paints the outside corner for a called strike one. Williamson, 244 hitter coming into today, a long and powerful uphill plane on his swing. He started the year 7 of 17, but has cooled off a bit since, but was 2 for 4 in last night's contest as the 0-1 changeup misses below the knees, 1-1. Williamson was nicked on the leg in a hit by pitch his last time around. He came around to score 1 of 5 runs in the bottom of the first inning for the Miners, as the 1-1, a big hack by Williamson, but he comes up empty on an off-speed pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. The Oilers, again, their control issues are coming back to bite them here tonight, as walks have been the issue. They've allowed just 3 hits so far to the Miners, as the 1-2 pitch is chopped over to second. Charging in is Goodlow, throws over to first in time for out number 1. So Williamson is set down for the first out of the inning, and Tanner Carlson is coming up for the Miners. Carlson was walked in his last time around, and he too would come around to score. A .216 hitter on the year, 5 runs scored, 8 RBIs, 1 double, 6 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 1 stolen base. Miners 14 stolen bases on the year in 18 attempts. That's good for 4th in the ABL. Righty on righty matchup, as the first pitch from Muller is an off-speed pitch that misses low and outside, 1-0. Remember, folks, summer is the perfect opportunity to work on your golf game. The Palmer Golf Course is located right in the heart of Palmer, just about 2 miles from Herman Brothers Field. Call 907-745-4653 for more info, as Carlson lifts one high in the air out to shallow left. Underneath it, the shortstop, Skylar Messenger, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here to start the bottom of the third for the Miners, as Ricky Martinez looks to pick Carlson up here and give the Miners their first base runner of the inning. I tell you what, Nick, I think it's safe to say we both need some work on our golf games after the other day.
Yeah, we hit the links I think yesterday, and these 2 old people beat us out.
As the first pitch to Martinez misses 0-1. Need a little work with the driver. I'd highly recommend Palmer Golf Course, by the way. A beautiful course, great sights, and good fairways, too. I didn't hit any of them, but they looked good, as the 0-1 pitch to Martinez is popped up high in the air on the infield. The second baseman, Goodlow, charges in, and it drops on the infield. Not sure what was happening there. Bobby Goodlow called it off, but he didn't get a good read on it. It actually landed about 2 feet away from first base, but McCord didn't go after it because Bobby Goodlow called him off. Originally, he started to call him off in the shallow grass out in right field, and he charged all the way in towards first. Remember, in the first inning, Giancarlo Servine had trouble tracking a pop-up over in the third base foul ground, but this one lands fair, as the throw over is not in time, and sure enough, that's just the second hit of the year for Ricky Martinez. That one will not be marked down as an error because nobody touched it. So Kyle Muller is ready. The 0-1 pitch is popped foul out of play to the right side.
And that sun is pretty up high for it being 8 o'clock here. It's the summer solstice, so the sun is out for the longest period of time. Sunset's not till 11:50, so that's probably giving the infielders and outfielders some trouble.
Well, what's odd about that, though, is that the sun is to the back of the second baseman, Bobby Goodlow. He also has sunglasses on, too, but I just didn't get a good read on that ball. These infielders struggling with pop flies here for the Oilers early in this ball game, as Bristian fouls an 0-1 pitch off to the right side. 0-2 the count now. The Miners have a base runner, 1 man on and 2 men out. They lead it 5-2. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Oilers, and 5 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Miners here in the bottom of the third, as Bristian singled in 2 his last time around, and he lines one back up the middle, base hit. So Josh Bristian now 2 for 2 on the night. So 2 men on now, 2 men out for the Miners here in the bottom half of inning number 3, And it's back to the top of the order with Eric Webb, who's getting his third crack at it here already in the third inning. Webb had a phenomenal season this past year at Division II Central Missouri, a .419 hitter, .847 slugging percentage, 25 doubles, 20 homers, 75 RBIs, and 61 runs scored as the first pitch to him. A fastball that paints the outside corner, good locating there by Muller for strike one. Central Missouri, one of 19 colleges being represented this year on the Mat-Su Miners roster. Washington State holding the most players with 4 of them, as the 0-1 pitch to Webb, a fastball that misses low and away for ball 1. Arizona's got 3, and then Alabama, Kent State, Long Beach State, and Texas A&M all have 2 apiece. Or Long Beach State actually has 3, excuse me, not 2, as a 1-1 on its way to Eric Webb is chopped foul, and this one just going to get out of play, and that one will land in the bleachers. Look out, fans, as you get a souvenir there. 1-2 now with 2 down. 5 hits now on the ball game for your Mat-Su Miners, as Eric Webb looks to add to it here. It's a 2-out team, the Miners are, as you can never count these guys out, especially with 2 down in the inning. 1-2 on the way to Webb is hit hard towards short. Messenger backhands it, throws over to third, but the third baseman, Giancarlo Servine, was not covering the bag. He was moving to his left to potentially play the grounder, but he wasn't able to get there. Good play there by Messenger on the backhand and the shallow outfield grass, and he threw over to third. Good awareness by the shortstop, but Servine wasn't on the bag, so they were not able to execute the force out. So the bases are once again juiced for the Miners as they look to pad their 3-run lead. Sam Thompson comes in. He's got 4 RBIs on the season. Stepping in, hitting out of the 2 spot. Eric Webb now evens the hit column for these teams at 6 apiece, as the first pitch to Thompson, a fastball that misses outside, 1-0. As this energetic crowd getting a charge chant going here. The seats full down both the third and first base line here tonight. Another great crowd on hand at Herman Brothers Field as Thompson pokes one out to right field. Retreating is fine. He's over on the foul line, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Miners leave the bases loaded in the bottom half of inning number 3. I'll hand it over to Nick Veland for the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings. When we come back, Oilers coming to bat in the top of the 4th. Miners lead it 5-2.
And we move into the top of the 4th inning. Miners lead 5-2 on a very high-scoring, early on the ball game type of day here at Herman Brothers Field. Brandon Birdsell on the mound for the Miners, still moving into his 4th inning of work, as he has to handle the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Oilers, as Birdsell kicks and deals the first offering and fouls it straight back for strike number 1, as Birdsell moves ahead in the count, as he has been doing all ball game, and the count moves to 0-1. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt for ball 1. As John McKay at the plate, a Ramona, California native. And Birdsell with the 1-1, grounded to shortstop Ricky Martinez. He fields it, throws to first in time for out number 1. And a quick 1 up, 1 down in this ball game. As Skylar Messenger heading up to the plate. Newott, Colorado native, attends Kansas University and batted .278 for them in his previous season, and is batting .135 right now for the Oilers. Birdsell steps off the mound and re-steps on. Messenger 1 for 1 tonight with a single. The first offering to him. In there for strike 1. 0-1's the count. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Miners lead 5-2. Both teams have 6 hits. As the 0-1 pitch misses high for ball 1 in the count, leaving at 1-1. Birdsell gets the sign he wants. Kicks and deals the 1-1 pitch. Misses low for ball 2. 2-1's the count. Reminder, folks back home, that the Miners have a half-game lead in the ABL for the first time this season, as the 2-1 pitch is a curveball that misses outside, and the count will go to Messenger's favor at 3-1. He got his first hit on the series, as he was 0 for 10 coming into this ball game with 2 strikeouts, but was on base 2 times via the base on balls and hit by pitch, as he fouls it back for strike 2. So the count will go full with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. As Birdsell toes the mound, shakes the first sign off, gets the one he wants, and here's the payoff pitch in the dirt for ball 4. So Messenger will take first base, his second walk on the series, bringing up Travis Boha. Boha, a Reno, Nevada native, goes to UC Riverside and bats 331 for him, as he steps into the right-hander's batter's box with 1 out and a man on first. The first pitch to him. Off speed, outside for ball 1. Birdsell, the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. 1-1's the count. With 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Messenger over at first. Boha at the plate. Birdsell on the mound. As Birdsell will throw over to Aaron Walters at first to make sure Messenger isn't going anywhere, and he will get back safely. As Birdsell will look over to first again. Kick and deal the 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 1st inning. As it's a beautiful night here at Herman Brothers Field. Couldn't ask for better weather on the summer solstice. Birdsell, the 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Fifth strikeout on the night for Birdsell, as the top of the order is coming up to the plate with Damon Keith. Keith 1 for 2 on the night with a single and a ground out in the 1st and 2nd innings. As the first offering to him is fouled straight back. Look up here in the press boxes. If that netting was not there, we would have gotten a souvenir. As the count goes to 0-1. Messenger takes his lead at first. The 0-1 pitch misses outside for ball 1. Birdsell wondering where that one missed, but umpire says ball 1, and the count evens up at 1-1. Birdsell, the 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Miners lead this one 5-2 here in the top of the 4th. 2 outs and a 1-2 count to the top of the order. Damon Keith. Birdsell looks over at first. Gets his sign. The 1-2 pitch. The infield thought it was strike 3, but just misses outside for ball 2. And we have 2s on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. As the entire infield was running halfway to the dugout thinking that was strike 3, but the 2-2 pitch now. Checked his swing. The throw to second will not be in time as the runner at first, Skylar Messenger, will take second on the dropped, on the wild pitch, as Damon Keith checked his swing. So the catcher was signaling the first base umpire to get a signal, so he took second in the process as the 3-2 pitch is called strike 3. As a little few weird events there to end the inning will strike out Damon Keith, so none of that matters, as the Oilers will leave 1 on no hits, no errors, and no runs scored as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Miners lead 5-2. And welcome back here in the bottom of the 4th inning, excuse me. 3, 4, 5 all due up here. And we thank you guys for listening in here at the Miners Broadcast Central, to all those watching around the great United States, to a beautiful night here in Palmer, Alaska, as the Matsu Miners are leading the Peninsula Oilers 5-2. Justin Kirby steps in to get things going here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch to him is in there for strike 1. As Kirby is 1 for 1 on the day with a single in the second and a walk in the first. He later scored in the first inning as the 0-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Kyle Moeller, took over for Brian Merkin in the first inning. And the 1-1 pitch misses inside for ball 2. He came in relief in the first inning, gave up a single to his first batter, but then flew out the next batter, and then ever since then has been very effective to this Miners lineup. And the 2-1 pitch is outside for ball 3. So a hitter's count to Kirby, 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs. As Kirby steps in the batter's box, Moeller gets his sign. The 3-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2, and the count will go full. Three balls, 2 strikes, no outs. The pitch misses outside for ball 4, and Kirby will take first to lead things off, his second walk of the ball game, bringing up Aaron Walters If you remember in last night's ball game, if you were with us, Walters delivered some ninth inning magic to walk it off and give the Miners the win 3-2. And so far in this ball game has an RBI on a sacrifice fly in the first and then a fly out in the second. So he is 0 for 1 on the day as Kirby gets his lead at first. Moeller with the pitch is in there for strike one. 0-1's the count. No balls, 1 strike, no outs. Kirby takes his lead out first. Moeller looks over. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1's the count. Walter's a Caryville, Texas native. His parents are in attendance tonight here at Herman Brothers Field as he is a Texas A&M Aggie. The 1-1 pitch is line popped up into the left center field, and it will drop. So center fielder Travis Bohall will try to make the catch, will not, as he had to slide for it, unable to make it. As Kirby will take third, and Walters will take second on the double. A great hit in left center field. Just a little blooper out there deep as center fielder Travis Bohall did all he could to try and make the catch, but unable to as that ball will get away from him. So Miners are threatening here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Man on second, man on third, no outs. And Cody Huff at the plate. 1 for 2 on the night with a single and later scored in the first. And the first offering to him is popped up, foul, and out of play. And the count will go to 0-1. So Moeller in some trouble here for the first time since he was brought in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch. Line down the third base side. It's fair. Kirby will score. Walters getting held up at third. And Cody Huff in there with a great RBI single to extend the Miners' lead to 6-2. So no outs, runners at the corner, and Drew Williamson up at the plate. Hit by pitch in the first and later scored. Grounded out in the third. And we'll see what he can do here with runners at the corners. A 6-2 ball game and no outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Huff gets his lead at first. Walters gets his lead at third. The first offering to Williamson is outside for ball 1. Williamson went 2 for 4 in last night's ball game as the 1-0 pitch is fouled straight back to the fence. And the count leaving up at 1-1. He got into a little bit of a slump, but last night picked it up and had some good hits there to really pick back his step. And we'll see what he can do here with a 1-1 count as that misses outside for ball 2. 2-1. Batting .244 in the Alaska Baseball League through 14 games. And now this one, the 2-1 pitch, misses outside for ball 3. And the count will go in Williamson's favor with a hitter's count 3-1. A righty on lefty matchup. As Moeller gets his sign, looks over at first and will throw over there to keep Huff honest. But he'll get back safely, as he's just saying hi over at first base. Gets his sign from catcher John McKay. The pitch misses outside for ball 4. So just like that, the bases are loaded for the Miners here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So they can bust this lead wide open and extend their lead dramatically here in the bottom of the fourth inning. No outs. Runners are all over the infield with runners at third, second, and first. Walters at third, Huff at second, Williamson at first, and Tanner Carlson up at the plate. First pitch to him is popped into center field. Should be deep enough for Walters to tag. He makes the catch. Walters tags home and will score without a throw. So the Miners will score on that sacrifice fly and extend their lead to 7-2. As Huff stayed put at second and Williamson stayed put at first. And the Miners retake their 5-run lead. Ricky Martinez at the plate now. He's 1 for 1 on the night. And the first pitch to him is missing outside for ball 1. Martinez out of Baylor University and out of a native to Morgan Hill, California. And the 1-0 pitch misses inside for ball 2. Off to a relatively slow start for the Miners, batting 0-5-0. As he's currently 1 for 1 on the night with a single. The 2-0 pitch to him. Curveball missing inside for ball 3. And just like that, the count goes to 3-0. Action in the Oilers bullpen, as it appears to be a right-hander. And it appears to be Steven Ordorico out there. As the 3-0 pitch will miss for ball 4. So third walk on the inning to reload the bases. And bringing up Josh Brishinen, pitching coach for the Oilers, coming out to have a word with his struggling pitcher in this inning. Brandon, what do you think the word is on the mound right now for the Oilers?
Well, it's the third walk of the inning for the Oilers, and they're just giving away bases again. We saw this in the first inning. 4 walks then. It's now 7 walks for them as a staff already, and we've only hit the 4th. Don't get me wrong, the Miners are hitting the ball very well as well. 8 hits now on the night, and now Josh Brishton 2 for 2 with 2 RBI stepping up. He's been hot on the evening, seeing the ball very well. He's had a couple pokes, one liner out to right and another to center. We'll see if he can keep it going here. The Miners are threatening to run away with this one early in the bottom of the 4th.
What do you think Josh Brishton's mindset is coming in this batter's box for this at-bat?
Well, same as the first two, just attack. If it's there, attack it and give it a good poke out to either right or center. Find some green out there in this big outfield at Herman Brothers Field. The bases are juiced, already got 2 RBIs. Why not add to the collection?
7-2 ball game, bases loaded here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2 have already scored with 1 out, and here's the pitch inside to Brishton. As Huff is at third, Williamson at second, and Martinez at first. Brishton 2 for 2 on the night with 2 singles. 1-0 count, 1 out. The 1-0 pitch lined into right field. That will drop as Huff will score. Could have been a close play at the plate, as he kind of played it as if the ball was going to be caught, but will score easily. And Brishton's 3 for 3 on the night. And it's a funny story. The play-by-play for the Oilers coming into this ball game said Brishton was going to go 3 for 3 on the night, and he predicted it perfectly, as the Miners lead 8-2. And it appears that head coach Kyle Brown will be coming up to the mound and making a pitching change for the Oilers. He has not signaled it yet, and he just did. So we'll have all the info for the upcoming Oilers pitcher as the Miners have the bases loaded here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 1 out, and we'll have all the info on the upcoming Oiler pitcher next. So the call of the bullpen tonight brings in right-handed pitcher Steven Rica, excuse me, as he faced the Miners in relief on the 15th. As the first offering is fouled for strike one. No balls, one strike, bases loaded here with one out. The pitch in there for strike two. Rica, a sidearm pitcher, really gets low when delivering his pitches as he moves the count to 0-2. To leadoff hitter Eric Webb. Webb is 1 for 3 on the night. Runs inside and will hit Webb. So a hit by pitch will score a run. As that will bring in Cody Huff from third. Williamson will move to third. Martinez to second. Bristian.
Now batting your left fielder, number 18, Sam Thompson.
As that will move Bristian to second. Martinez to third. And Eric Webb will take first with one out, and the Miners extend their lead 9-2. And the first offering to Sam Thompson is in there for strike one. No balls, one strike. Oilers have 2 runs on 6 hits and no errors. Miners 9 runs on 9 hits and 0 errors. As the 0-1 pitch is in there for strike two. 0-2 is the count to Sam Thompson. Thompson 0 for 2 on the night, as he is batting 185 as a Miner so far in this year. The 0-2 pitch to him. Grounded on the third baseline and will be called foul by home plate umpire, as that was just foul down that third baseline and would have been costly, breaking this lead out even more than it already is. That is 9-2 in favor of the Matsu Miners, as they're looking to sweep the Oilers tonight and extend their win streak to 7, as they hold a 7-run lead now. The 0-2 pitch to Thompson, lined up the middle to right field. 1 run will score in the Miners' lead, 10-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning, as their bats are alive tonight. As Martinez came in to score, Bristian to third now, Webb to second, and Thompson takes first base, and Thompson's down at first, as it appears he injured something on that play, so we're hoping he's okay down there. He's getting looked out by the team trainer, and it appears to be a possible leg injury while running, as first base coach Jeff Erlab and head coach Tyler LeBrun are also with the team trainer checking up on him. So we'll come back and we'll take a short break here, as we'll be back in a moment. So Sam Thompson, we're hoping he's okay after that rough play there at first. Had to get helped off the field, so we're praying he's okay here at Palmer, Alaska, as number 20, Matt Palmer, will pinch run for him and look to take over his position out in left field as the base is loaded for Justin Kirby. 4th time at bat here in the 4th inning as the Miners bat through the order. And the first pitch to him is a curveball in there for strike 1. So the Miners are rolling through these first 4 innings, up 10-2, as the pitch is swung on and grounded to second baseman. The throw to short for 1, to throw to first, not in time. As the throw from shortstop Skylar Messenger moves Connor McCord off of first base, and Justin Kirby will get in on first on a fielder's choice and will score a run on that one as well, extending the Miners' lead to 11-2. Bringing up Aaron Walters. He doubled in this inning,
Now batting your first baseman,
as well as
Aaron
sacrificed,
Walters.
flew out in the first and flew out in the second, as the first pitch to him runs inside for ball 1. As Kirby's on first and Webb's at third, the 1-0 pitch line straight to third baseman Giancarlo Servine and will make the catch for out number 3. So the Miners do a lot of damage in the bottom of the 4th inning, scoring 6 runs as they extend their lead to 11-2 and break things open going to the top of the 5th inning. Miners lead 11-2. Top of the 5th inning here, Brandon Birdsell still pitching wonderfully through 4 innings, now in his 5th inning starting, as this will be his longest appearance of the season, as coming into this ball game he only had 5 innings in total on 3 appearances, as he has a good lead as it's 11-2 as first pitch swinging popped up to short second baseman Josh Brishton, for out number 1. So Jaden Fine will fly out to start things in. Fly out to start the inning. Bringing up Connor McCord. McCord 2 for 2 tonight with a single and a double, as he'll step in with 1 out. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0's the count. And Brandon, the Miners this past 7 games have just been on fire. They've been clicking on all cylinders, hitting, pitching. Basically in clutch situations, they've been getting the job done, and that's what you love to see. Still a long season ahead of them, but good for them to get their confidence up early on in the season as they lead now 11-2 against the Oilers. As Cody Huff went out to Brandon Birdsell on the mound just to talk things over as he falls behind the count 1-0. The 1-0 pitch from Birdsell in the dirt, and the count will go to 2-0. Two balls, zero strikes, and that will miss in the dirt for ball 3, and the count will go in McCord's favor at 3-0. Other ABL action going in the top of the 7th inning. The Bucks and Pilots are playing, and it is a tie ball game at 2 apiece as the 3-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. 3-1's the count, 1 out, and here's the 3-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball 4. So McCord will get things going for the Oilers here as he takes first base, bringing up Jonathan Villa. Villa 0 for 2 on the night with 2 swinging strikeouts as he steps into the left-hander's batter's box. And the first offering to him misses outside for ball 1. Excuse me, that was a called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first. The pitch misses inside for ball 1. The count leaving at 1-1. Look to see some movement out there in the Miners bullpen as Birdsell checks back over at first. Gets his sign from Huff. The 1-1 pitch misses outside for ball 2. 2-1's the count. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. It'll be fouled as it goes off the catcher's glove and to the backstop as the count moves to 2-2. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Miners lead 11-2. Brandon Birdsell on the mound with the man on first. The pitch got a piece of it and fouled, and the count will remain 2-2. As it's a beautiful night for baseball here at Herman Brothers Field. Supposed to get rain, but that went away, and the 2-2 pitch is fouled out of play again into the Oilers dugout, and the count will remain 2-2. As you couldn't ask for better baseball weather back-to-back nights, as we've been truly lucky to get the type of baseball games we've been getting so far. With clear skies and in the low 70s, the 2-2 pitch is popped up and will go out of play, and the count will remain 2-2. So these at-bats tonight have been going long with a lot of foul balls as the hitters are battling tonight. As the 2-2 pitch from Birdsell runs inside, and the count will go full 3-2. As we mentioned, a lot of people here for the summer solstice watching a little baseball game as the 3-2 pitch is grounded to third baseman Tanner Carlson. The throw to second in time for 1. The throw to first will not be in time as they will get 1 out there at second, getting the leadoff man Connor McCord.
And I'm surprised they were able to turn that as quickly as they did, because Jonathan Villa hit a high chopper. Carlson had to wait about 3 seconds over at third for that ball to even come down. Good transition, good footwork to snap it over to second for that first out, and they almost got Villa at first. They missed him by about a step and a half.
Birdsell toes the mound. The first pitch to Bobby Goodlow is in there for strike 1. Got him looking to move ahead early on the count as Jonathan Villa at first via the fielder's choice, and Bobby Goodlow at the plate, and he's 0 for 2 tonight. The pitch grounded down the first base line, foul for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs as the Oilers have a lot of work to do if they want a shot in this one. Down 9 runs here in the top of the 5th inning. Birdsell looks over at first, gets his sign from Huff. The pitch is fouled out of play and will be another souvenir for a lucky fan here at Herman Brothers Field, and the count will remain 0-2. Goodlow out of Fort Worth, Texas, batting .300 as an Oiler. As the 0-2 pitch to him is a short grounder to third baseman Carlson. He fields it, throws to first in time for out number 3. So the Oilers will leave a man on no hits, no errors, and no runs scored as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Miners lead 11-2.
Leading off the Miners' fifth, your catcher
Bottom of the 5th inning, 6, 7, 8 due up for the Miners. Excuse me, 4, 5, and 6 are due up for the Miners. As Submarine pitcher Steven Rica is on the mound. As he looks to limit the damage already done by the Miners in the first 4 innings. As the first offering to Aaron Walters is to Cody Huff, excuse me. As the first pitch hits the outside part of the plate for strike 1. 1-1's the count. One pitch. Chopped right back to Ordorico at the pitcher's mound to throw to first in time for out number 1. As that'll bring up Drew Williamson. Williamson 0 for 1 tonight with a base on balls and a hit by pitch. As he's been getting free bases tonight. As he steps into the batter's box, 1 out, and the pitch misses outside for ball 1. 1-0's the count, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As the Miners lead 11-2. Miners have 11 runs on 10 hits, 0 errors to the Oilers, 2 runs on 6 hits and 0 errors. As the 1-0 pitch misses outside for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch is lined straight back, and it might have clipped the catcher as he winced in pain for a second there. And the head coach for the Oilers is coming out to make sure he's okay. As it appears that he is okay. So he's joking around with his head coach, Kyle Brown. And he will head back to the dugout. Ordorica will toe the mound and we're ready to play some baseball as the count is now 2-1 to Williamson. The windup in the pitch hits the outside part of the plate for strike two, and the count leaving up at 2-2. As Ordorica shakes off the first sign he gets and delivers the 2-2 pitch is in the dirt for ball three, and the count will go full here to Drew Williamson. See if he can get his third free pass on the day. As Ordorica with the payoff pitch is popped into center field. Center fielder Travis Bohall running back makes the catch for out number 2. As Tanner Carlson up at the plate. As Carlson's 0 for 1 on the day with the sacrifice fly RBI in the 4th. As he brought in one of the 11 runs and then walked and later scored in the first inning. As the pitch to him is fouled out of play, and the count will go to 0-1. The 0-1 pitch misses outside for ball 1. 1-1's the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As the first place Miners are taking on the 4th place Peninsula Oilers. The Oilers are tied for 4th/5th with the Chinooks, as the 1-1 pitch is lined into left field for a single to get things going for the Miners here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ricky Martinez up at the plate as he's 1 for 1 on the night with 2 walks and a single.
Now batting, your shortstop, number 11, Ricky Martinez.
As Martinez on base percentage is going up a lot, with being 3 for 3 on getting to first base in all of his at-bats. As the first offering to him is in the dirt for ball 1. Here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. 11th hit of the ball game from Tanner Carlson, and the 1-0 pitch misses outside again for ball 2. 2-0 is the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As Ordorica gets his sign, the 2-0 pitch is blooped into left center field. It appears Travis Bohall's under it and makes the catch for out number 3. So Miners get 1 hit and will leave 1 on no errors and no runs as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Miners lead 11-2.
now pitching for your Miners, out of Wasilla, Alaska, and Austin P, number 32, Nolan Monahan.
So number 32, Nolan Monahan, coming in to pitch here in the top of the 6th inning. Miners lead 11-2, as Brandon Birdsell had a solid 5 innings of work, as he had 6 hits on 2 runs, and he worked through that Oiler lineup perfectly as he leaves the ball game with an 11-2 lead, setting himself up for the win tonight. As Nolan Monahan, a native to Alaska from Wasilla, Alaska, around 15 to 20 minutes from Herman Brothers Field, as Monahan will step off the mound, re-step on, as he is a returning pitcher from last season. As Monahan toes the rubber, and the first pitch of his appearance will be in there for strike 1. As he's up against Giancarlo Servine. And Servine is 1 for 2 on the night, and the 0-1 pitch to him is missing outside for ball 1. 1-1's the count. Nolan Monahan goes to Austin P University. Went 1-2 on his last season with a 9 ERA in 24 innings pitched, as he gets Servine to pop up to shortstop. Josh Bristian is actually called off by Justin Kirby out in right field, and Kirby will make the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, catcher number 18, John McKay.
So Servine down on the fly out to right field, as John McKay, another 1 for 2 batter in the Oilers lineup, steps into the batter's box to see what he can do here. Monahan, the pitch, is lined foul and out of play for strike 1. As he gets ahead in the count, 0-1 to John McKay. And the pitch is in there for a called strike 2. Good fastball command as he leads the count now 0-2. Monahan gets his sign. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. It gets behind Huff, and it appears that John McKay will take first base on the drop third strike. So McKay takes first on a drop third to give the Oilers a runner. As Skylar Messenger to the plate, as he's 1 for 1 tonight with a base on balls and a single. The pitch to him misses inside for ball 1. So Messenger steps up to the plate. The 1-0 pitch from Monahan. Gets a hold of it and will put it out of play for a foul ball. Strike 1. 1-1's the count. We have ones on the board with 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Man on first, as Nolan Monahan's on the mound, facing off against Skylar Messenger, as the 1-1 pitch misses high for ball 2. McKay takes his lead off of first. Left-handed pitcher Nolan Monahan ready at the belt. The 2-1 pitch is lined into left field, and Matt Palmer with an incredible catch in left field. As Skylar Messenger made serious contact with it, looked to be a line drive single, but Matt Palmer said, nope, you're going back to the dugout, as he makes an incredible diving stop for out number 2. And Matt Palmer, when he's in left field, he makes some incredible plays, as Travis Bohall will look to bunt and try to get one by the Miners, but that will go foul for strike 1. If you remember, on opening day, Matt Palmer was out in left field, and he made 2 incredible diving plays, and there was another one tonight to save a base runner from Nolan Monahan, as the count goes to 0-1 to Travis Bohall. He showed bunt the first time. It runs inside on him on the second time, and the umpire will call a hit by pitch.
Well, it looked like he went around or the ball went off his bat. And it might have been a foul ball, and the crowd's chanting foul ball, and now manager Tyler LeBrun's coming out to have a word with the home plate umpire.
And it appears he has made his decision that runner's going to stay at first. And that's one of those tough calls for the home plate umpire, something that he doesn't really have a good view on, just has to listen for the sound of the bat. As Travis Bohall will take first on the hit by pitch, and the first pitch to Damon Keith is in there for a swinging strike 1. So Bohall at first, McKay at second for the Oilers. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning, as Monahan will step off the mound and re-step back on and look for the 0-1 pitch. Gets his sign, ready at the belt. Kicks and deals the 0-1 pitch and is in there for strike 2. Keith shaking his head in disbelief as he falls behind the count 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch lined into right field. Justin Kirby running back will not be able to make the catch, and the ball will hit the wall as 1 run scores. Second one coming around, and Keith with the stand-up triple, as the Oilers will cut their lead down to 7 here in the top of the 6th inning on the 2 RBI triple from Damon Keith.
Now batting, right fielder number 29, Jaden Fine.
So Bohall came all the way around from first. McKay scored easily from second, and Damon Keith takes third, bringing up Jaden Fine as the first pitch to him is in there for strike 1. Miners have plenty of comfort here, as they have a 7-run lead. Man on third isn't really important, but still would like to get out of it, as they find a ground to short. Martinez throws to first in time for out number 3. So the Oilers will score 2 runs in the top of the 6th inning as they cut their lead down to 7. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, Miners 11, Oilers 4. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Beautiful night here in Palmer, Alaska, as the temperature hitting the high 60s at a solid 67 degrees. Sunset tonight at its peak in the summer solstice, as this is the longest day of the year, and it's set to set at 11:43 at night as Josh Bristian heads to the plate, as Heath Olive is coming in for Steven Orderica, as the first pitch to Bristian misses for ball 1. Olive out of Birmingham, Alabama, and attends Faulkner University, as he has 16 appearances for them in his past season, as the 1-0 pitch is fouled out of play. And will go foul, and the count will even at 1-1. His last appearance was against the Miners here on June 20th, as he had 1 inning of pitch in relief with no runs, 2 hits, and 1 walk. As the 1-1 pitch is in there for strike 2. 1-2 is the count, as Bristian is having himself a night, 3 for 3 with 3 singles, as the 1-2 pitch misses outside, and the count will even at 2-2. Olive gets his sign. The 2-2 pitch fouled straight back, and Bristian will keep himself alive here as the count remains 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 no outs, as the 2-2 pitch runs in the dirt for ball 3, and the count will go full. Bristian so far on the night having 3 RBIs, as the payoff pitch is fouled straight back and out of play, and the count will remain full at 3-2. Bristian steps in the right-hander's batter's box. Olive gets his sign. The 3-2 pitch runs inside for ball 4. So Bristian will reach first for his 4th time tonight, as a leadoff walk will get things going for the Miners here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Eric Webb now at the plate, as he's 1 for 3 tonight, with a hit by pitch in the 4th, single in the 3rd, and 2 pop-ups in the 1st and 2nd inning. As he comes in with the man on first here in the bottom of the 6th inning, first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Oh, and 1's the count. Bristian with his lead at first. Webb will foul it straight back for strike 1. Strike 2, excuse me. Oh, and 2's the count. Bristian takes his lead at first. Webb ready at the plate. The curveball in there got him looking for strike 3. So Webb down on strikes for the first out of the inning, bringing up Matt Palmer. So Matt Palmer will sub in for Sam Thompson. He subbed in for him after a 4th inning injury to Sam Thompson. Hope he's okay after that one, as Bristian takes his lead at first. Palmer at the plate. First pitch to him runs inside for ball 1. 1-0 pitch fouled, and the count will even at 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out. Bristian at first, Palmer at the plate, Olive on the mound as the Miners lead 11-4 in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 1-1 pitch from Olive. Off speed misses low for ball 2. 2-1's the count. Miners have 11 runs on 11 hits, no errors. Oilers have 4 runs on 7 hits and 0 errors. As in the bottom of the 6th inning, Matt Palmer at the plate. 2-1 pitch in there for a called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. To Matt Palmer at the plate. Olive gets his sign. Ready with the 2-2 pitch. Nubbed it to first base. The throw to second in time for 1. The throw back to first. Will get him for a 3-6-1 double play to end the inning. As we go to the top of the 7th inning, I'm throwing it back over to Brandon Monty to close things out as the Miners lead 11-4.
Top of the 7th coming up here at Herman Brothers Field. Brandon Monty alongside Nick Velan. Happy as always to be bringing you Matsu Miners baseball all season long. Miners up 11-4 in this top of the 7th as Nolan Monahan's first pitch to Connor McCord is a called strike 1 on the outside corner. As McCord 2 for 2 on the evening, a double and a single and a walk to his credit as the 0-1 pitch misses in the dirt off the catcher Cody Huff for ball 1. Miners well on their way to their 7th consecutive victory. It would be their longest winning streak since July 24th through August 1st of 2017 when they won 9 games in a row as the 1-1 pitch to McCord misses low below the knees. So 2-1 now the count to the left-handed hitting first baseman. Comes into today 6 for 18 on the year. He was 2 of 7 thus far in the series as the 2-1 pitch misses in the dirt. So McCord's got a hitter's count now 3-1 in this lefty-on-lefty matchup. McCord, a dual-way player, an infielder and a pitcher, hit .303 this past year at Western Oregon as the 3-1 is on its way, and it's lined hard to right field. This one's going to be trouble. It's a base hit. Kirby is able to cut it off, so McCord will strut in standing with a single, his 3rd hit of the evening and his 9th hit on the year in 21 at-bats. So the Oilers have the leadoff man aboard here in this top half of the 7th, and coming up to bat is the cleanup man, Jonathan Villa, who has not had the success that McCord has had on the evening. He's struck out twice and grounded into a fielder's choice back in the fifth. 19 hits now between the two squads as Monahan's first pitch to Villa misses for ball one, just a little bit outside. Villa still no hits in the series, 0 for 4. It's his first start of this 4-game set, however. He's ahead 1-0. The pitch from Monahan, a fastball that again misses outside, so 2-0 now the count. Nolan Monahan making his 2019 debut for the Mat-Su Miners, a 6'1", 165-pound southpaw who just finished his junior year at Austin Peay, home of the Governors. The 2-0 pitch on the way, a fastball that misses outside and popped out of the glove of Huff, but he's able to retrieve it without the runner McCord advancing, so 3-0 is now the count. Starting to cool off a bit here on what has turned out to be a beautiful Friday night for baseball in Palmer, Alaska, as Monahan deals 3-0. It's a fastball at the letters for a called strike one. Still a hitter's count, however, for the 5'9", 200-pound catcher, Jonathan Villa. Villa getting the nod at DH tonight, but normally is a backstop, as the 3-1 pitch is a fastball, and Villa thought he had ball 4, but the home plate umpire pulls him right back. He checked his swing, but it's a called strike anyway, so full count now, 3-2, one man on, nobody down, 11-4 Miners in the lead. Monahan ready at the belt, the 3-2 on its way, misses for ball 4. So 2 straight aboard here for the Oilers here to start their half of the 7th. Runners on first and second, nobody down. Miners still up by 7, 11-4 now the score, and coming up to bat is the second baseman, Bobby Goodlow. Goodlow, a 300 hitter on the year, 6 RBIs, 2 doubles, 8 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 1 stolen base digs in. Another lefty-on-lefty matchup coming up here as the number 5 hitter for Kyle Brown's Oilers digs in. Goodlow steps into the left-handed batter's box. Monahan's ready from the belt, from the stretch, first pitch. Fastball misses away. 1-0 is now the count. Again, a reminder, this is the final game of a 5-game homestand for the Mat-Su Miners. After tonight, they will play a doubleheader tomorrow in Anchorage against the Glacier Pilots, and then next week they will play on the 24th against the Bucks and the 26th again against the Glacier Pilots. So their next 4 games will be in Anchorage as the 1-0 pitch again misses, so Monahan falls behind in the count, 2-0. Miners' next home game is actually a week from today, June 28th. They'll be back in action the 28th and 29th here at Herman Brothers Field for a quick 2-game set against the Anchorage Bucks here in Palmer, as the 2-0 pitch from Monahan misses low for ball 3. Meanwhile, looks like there is a right-handed hurler getting loose in the Miners bullpen out in the right field corner. No action in the Oilers pen. Monahan trying to recollect himself here and work his way out of trouble. 2 men on, no men out. 3-0 on its way from the left-hander, misses for ball 4. So 2 straight free passes allowed here from Monahan, and shortstop Ricky Martinez, along with catcher Cody Huff, will go out to have a word with their pitcher here. So the bases are now juiced, nobody down, and Giancarlo Servine stepping up to the plate for the Oilers. Again, the Miners still in first place in the Alaska Baseball League, 9-5 coming into tonight, holding a half-game lead over the Anchorage Bucks as Miners pitching coach Jeff Erlab goes out to have a word with his left-handed reliever. Monahan, no decisions last year, 2.84 ERA in 5 appearances for the 2018 ABL champion Miners. He had 2 starts. At Austin Peay was 1-2, 9 ERA in 24 innings of work, 17 appearances, 5 of which were starts. Opponents hit .235 against him, 24 earned runs, 20 hits, 29 strikeouts, and 19 walks. He's got the bases loaded here as he's got his work cut out for him, trying to get himself out of a pickle here. Top of the 7th, Miners still lead at 11-4. Temperature cooling off here late at night as we've just passed the 9:30 mark. It's 11-4. Miners in the lead. Temperature now dipping to the mid to low 60s. The sun was out for a majority of the ball game, but now good cloud coverage out there, as Monahan's first pitch to Giancarlo Servine is in there at the knees, and the conference works there as Monahan able to get back in a rhythm and deal a first pitch strike to the right-handed hitting third baseman Giancarlo Servine, who also serves as a pitcher for this Oilers squad. He steps back in. Monahan working from the middle of the rubber, kicks and delivers as the 0-1 is fouled straight back to the screen. So 0-2 is now the count. The Oilers tied for fourth, 5-9 in the Alaska Baseball League, along with the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. Reminder, the top 4 teams in the Alaska Baseball League make the playoffs, but that's still a good while away. Those don't start till early August. The 0-2 on its way to Servine is in the dirt, and a good block by catcher Cody Huff to keep it in front of him. So the runner's unable to advance. 1-2 count now to third baseman Giancarlo Servine. Servine, a native of Edinburgh, Texas, a Texas A&M Kingsville player. Just finished his sophomore year there, 6'2", 210 pounds. As he digs back into the box, Monahan gets his sign from Cody Huff, gives him the nod. Here comes the 1-2 offering, and it's chopped towards third, but it's just left of the line foul, so we'll do it again. 1-2 the count. As for the Peninsula Oilers, this is game number 4 of an 8-game road trip. After today, they've got 3 games in 3 days. On the 22nd through the 24th, they'll travel to Chugiak to face the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks in a game with serious implications in the standings, as both teams come into today, as mentioned, tied for 4th in the ABL. Both sitting at 5-9, 4 games out of first. Monahan ready, towing the slab from the middle of the rubber. Takes a deep breath, ready at the belt. Now the 1-2 pitch is hit, this time fared on third base. Carlson touches the bag at third for 1, and then throws over to first for the double play ball. So good awareness there by Carlson of the situation. A good backhand down the third baseline. Steps on 3 for 1, and then throws across the diamond for first for the 5-3 twin killing. But in the meantime, a run does score for the Oilers. Still an 11-5 lead, though, for the Miners, as there's now a runner on second, 2 down, and the batter is catcher John McKay. Oilers still have a man in scoring position. Monahan looking to limit the damage to just 1 run in this top of the 7th, as his first pitch to McKay is a heater that misses above the letters for ball 1. As some of the crowd starting to file out here, but still plenty of fans on tap as they look to witness a 7th consecutive Miners victory, as McKay pops this one up sky high on the infield. Underneath it is first baseman Aaron Walters, and no, Cody Huff called him off, but dropped it. The ball drops on the infield. Chalk that one up as an error. On the pop-up, a little miscommunication there by the Miners. Originally, Walters called him off, and then Huff said he had it on the infield but couldn't corral it. So chalk that one up as an E2. It'll be runners at the corners with 2 down. The Oilers still threatening here in the 7th, and digging in now is the number 8 hitting shortstop Skylar Messenger, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Picked up his first hit of the series as he fouls one straight back towards us. Look out, Nick. Got to stay in the game over there. Come on. Head on a swivel. As 0-1 the count now with 2 down. Runners at the corners. 11-5 game. Miners in control. As we'll see if the Oilers can capitalize on the Miners' error as the 0-1 pitch drops in at the knees. Good fastball there from Monahan, called strike 2. Messenger's first hit of the series came in the 2nd on a single, lined out to left field on a beautiful diving catch from Matt Palmer, the 3rd Web Gem caliber play he's made out in left on the season, as he continues to show off the glove work. Monahan ready, the 0-2 on its way, misses in the dirt outside. Good block by Huff, so 1-2 now the count. As Monahan leans in and gets his sign from his catcher Cody Huff. He's got what he likes as he comes set. 1-2 offering on its way. A breaking ball, ring him up. Called strike 3. Good backdoor action there on the Uncle Charlie as the curveball drops in on the outside corner for strike 3. Side retired. Oilers get one back. They still trail at 11-5. Stretch time here at Herman Brothers Field as the Miners lead it by 6.
Miners here in the 7th.
Stretch time is over here at Herman Brothers Field. The Miners coming to bat in the bottom of the 7th, holding a comfortable 11-5 lead over the Peninsula Oilers as the Valley's finest are well on their way to a 7th consecutive victory. Attendance tonight a season high 1,105 as the first pitch to Kirby is popped up sky high on the infield. Calling it is the first baseman Connor McCord. He camps under it and makes the catch. So one pitch, one out here for Heath Olive to start the bottom of the 7th. And as we mentioned, a good crowd on hand here for both squads. Plenty of Oilers fans in attendance over the last 4 games as they've made the trip from Kenai or all around Alaska to see their Oilers in action. But so far they haven't been able to witness an Oiler W, and things looking bleak for them here as they trail the Miners 11-5, bottom of the 7th, as last night's hero Aaron Walters digs into the box, and his first pitch is swung on and fouled out of play to the left side. So Walters digs back in an 0-1 count, nobody on, 1 out. Miners up 11-5 here in the 7th. Olive working from the stretch is ready from the right side of the rubber, kicks and delivers. The 0-1 pitch misses outside, 1-1. The Miners spend their mornings lifting, running, and staying in shape by visiting the Alaska Club. Visit them in Anchorage, Eagle River, Fairbanks, Juneau, and the Mat-Su Valley. Visit www.thealaskaclub.com for more info as the 1-1 pitch misses upstairs with the fastball, 2-1. So Walters ahead in the count here. The nickname Wally by his teammates. The game-winning single in the bottom of the 9th of last night's contest. 3 RBIs on the year for the left-handed hitting first baseman as the 2-1 pitch to him misses away, so hitters count here for Walters, 3-1. Other action going on. The Anchorage Bucks have blown the game open out at Mulcahy Stadium in the Battle of Anchorage against the Glacier Pilots. It's now 7-2 entering the 9th as Walters draws ball for a 5-pitch walk here, and the Miners have a base runner with 1 down, and coming up to bat is Cody Huff. Huff, a 32nd round pick in the MLB draft just a few weeks ago by the Tampa Bay Rays. So far on the night, Huff is 2 for 4. 2 singles, a fly out, and a ground out back to the pitcher, looking to add to his hit total tonight. Digs in, righty on righty matchup. Walters gets a 2-step lead off first. Olive is ready. Walters thinks about going but doesn't as Huff hits one out to shallow right field. Underneath it is the second baseman Bobby Goodlow, and he makes the catch in the outfield grass for out number 2. And as we've noticed tonight, Nick, these infielders are having trouble tracking down these pop-ups. Goodlow was stumbling around a little bit in the short outfield grass just past the infield dirt trying to track that one down. The wind has picked up a little bit. It's blowing at about 12 miles an hour towards home plate. As there's now 2 outs, runner on first and Drew Williamson steps in. Still hitless on the night, but he's reached base twice on a walk and a hit by pitch as the first pitch to him is a fastball that paints the outside corner for a called strike 1. Williamson 0 for 2. A ground out to second and a fly out to center. As he's down in the count 0-1. Olive is ready. 0-1 on its way. A fastball missing upstairs, 1-1. Heath Olive 1-0 on the year, 10.80 ERA and 3 1/3 innings of work. Last appearance was last night against the Miners where he went 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. It was his first outing without a run. Olive is ready at the letters. Kicks and deals the 1-1 to Williamson. It's a fastball that pops him in at about 91 miles an hour, just missing off the outside part of the plate for ball 2. Williamson steps back in, entered tonight's contest a .244 hitter as the left-handed hitting Alabama native digs into the batter's box. 2-1 on its way is popped foul to the left side, and that one's going to get out of play and into the seats. Remember, folks, a foul ball can do some serious damage to your car. You can always visit the fine folks at the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. They're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more information. Olive is ready as he toes the slab from the middle of the rubber, takes a deep breath, and deals 2-2 to Williamson. It's fouled straight back off the screen, so we'll do it again. 2's on the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs One man on for the Miners as they lead the Peninsula Oilers 11-5, looking to put the finishing touches on a 4-game sweep and a 5-game sweep here on the homestand, including a win against the Glacier Pilots on Monday evening. Of course, the night there was a walk-off grand slam from Eric Webb as the 2-2, a breaking ball that just misses outside. Good eye there from Williamson. As the count is full now, 3-2. Aaron Walters will be moving on the pitch here with 2 down as he's standing on first base. Gets about a 3-step lead now. Olive will just be focusing on the runner here with 2 down. Takes a breath, adjusts his cap. Now the 3-2 pitch is low for ball 4. The second free pass of the evening for Drew Williamson, and the Miners now have a runner in scoring position with 2 down. And Tanner Carlson coming back up. He's got an RBI to his credit on the day via a sacrifice fly back in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. As he's reached base twice, once on a walk back in the 1st, singled his last time around in the 5th. His 5th plate appearance on the night here, coming in the bottom of the 7th, as he'll look to add to his RBI collection here. He's got 9 of them on the season. The first pitch to him is hit foul in the air past us here in the press box behind home plate, so he's down quickly 0-1. Well, assuming the Bucks and Glacier Pilots game finishes the way it's going right now with a 7-2 Bucks lead, the Miners will still hold a half-game lead on the Bucks for first in the ABL. That is if the Miners hold on to win this one, which it looks like they're well on their way to doing, as the 0-1 pitch misses upstairs and inside, 1-1. The Glacier Pilots would fall to 6-6 and would be 2.5 games out, entering a doubleheader with the Miners tomorrow in Anchorage at Mulcahy Stadium. Remember, we'll start pregame coverage for that one at 7:30. First game is scheduled for 8 o'clock with the second of the doubleheader scheduled for 10. 1-1 on the way to Carlson is waved at and missed late on the fastball, and he's down in the count 1-2. The Oilers would drop to 5-10 with a loss tonight, the first team in the ABL to hit double-digit losses. If the game stays on this track, they would also fall to 5th place outright in the ABL, falling 5 out of first, as the 1-2 pitch to Carlson, a fastball that just misses outside, 2-2. The Chinooks would move into 4th place, as the Oilers in danger of dropping their 4th in a row here to start this 8-game road trip. Olive is ready, comes set from the middle of the mound. Carlson's ready. The pitch is popped up behind the plate in foul ground. Catcher John McKay says he's got it, and he does for the 3rd and final out of the 7th. Miners leave 2 stranded. We're through 7 at Herman Brothers Field with the Valley's finest leading it 11-5. 9-1-2 coming up for the Peninsula Oilers in the top of the 8th as they trail the Matsu Miners 11-5. A new pitcher is coming on for Tyler LeBrun's Miners. It'll be right-hander number 22, Evan Floyd, a 6'1", 220-pound righty by way of Pensacola, Florida, and St. Louis University, the home of the Billikens, as the first pitch to Bohall, a fastball that misses outside, 1-0 the count. Floyd making his 5th appearance on the year, no decisions, a 7.36 ERA and 7 1/3 innings of work. He's working from the stretch, comes set. The 1-0 on its way is hit high in the air out towards shallow right field. Running over is Brishton and Kirby, and Brishton is able to snag it. A fantastic running catch there. Wasn't sure who was going to get to that ball first. It was hit out in no man's land out down the right field line in the shallow outfield. But Brishton covered a good amount of ground, moving all the way over from second to corral it for the first out of the inning. So back to the top of the order here with Damon Keith, who continues to be a threat for this Oilers team. He has 4 RBIs on the night, a 2-run single in the second, and a 2-run triple in the 6th. 4 of the 5 runs scored tonight have been by way of Keith as he gets pretty good wood on this ball out towards fairly deep left. But Matt Palmer retreats and makes the catch. So 1 pitch, 1 out here as the dangerous Damon Keith is retired for out number 2. Keith now 2 for 5 on the evening. And Evan Floyd needs just 3 pitches to get through the first 2 batters of the inning here for the Oilers in this top half of the 8th as the number 2 hitter Jaden Fine digs in.
And that's what you love to see, because now he can come to the 9th inning and be effective, and the Miners don't have to go too deep into their bullpen on a game they're probably going to win with a doubleheader tomorrow.
As the first pitch to Jaden Fine is a fastball, and he's tardy on that one as he swung by the time it was in Huff's mitt there, so a first pitch strike. Floyd was previously at Air Force, then to Pensacola Community College. He only pitched twice for St. Louis this past year before suffering a season-ending injury as the 0-1 pitch misses upstairs, 1-0. Floyd has now gone 6 1/3 scoreless innings since giving up 6 earned back on opening day against the Chinooks. He's only given up 4 hits during this scoreless span as the 1-1 pitch is in the dirt. 2-1 now the count on Jaden Fine, who comes into today 0 for 4 with a flyout, a pop-out, a ground-out, and a strikeout. So he's been hitting them all over the yard, but nothing's been dropping for the right-handed hitting outfielder as the 2-1 pitch to him is in the dirt. So Fine is ahead in the count. Hitters count 3-1 as Evan Floyd steps back out onto the mound and juggles the ball real quick, trying to recollect himself and get this 3rd and final out here and set these Oilers down 1-2-3 in the top half of inning number 8. Floyd gets his sign. 3-1 is on its way, and it's in the dirt and bounces away from Cody Huff to the backstop, ball 4. So a free pass issued by Floyd there. The 4th he surrendered on the season. Jaden Fine trots on down to first, and the Oilers have a base runner with 2 down. And the dangerous Connor McCord steps up to the plate. The Miners pitching staff has yet to figure him out on the day. He's a perfect 3 for 3, 2 singles, a double, and a walk. He's reached base on all 4 of his plate appearances on the day. Looking for more here as the Oilers have their work cut out for him here in this final 1 1/3 innings of work as Fine gets a good secondary lead. McCord gives this one a pretty good ride out to right, but Justin Kirby is under it and makes the catch for the 3rd and final out of the inning. Oilers get a base runner but can't do anything with it. They leave one stranded. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Miners leading the Oilers 11-5. 8, 9, and 1 coming up for the Miners here in the bottom of the 8th as the first pitch to Ricky Martinez is hit well out to left field, and it is off the wall. In the left field corner, Martinez rounding first, and he will trot in standing with a leadoff double in the bottom of the 8th. Martinez gave that one a pretty good ride out to left as it just missed home run distance. But I think Martinez will live with a leadoff double here, his first extra base hit of the year, as the first pitch thrown from reliever Calvin Ferris is nearly sent out of the yard. As Ferris, the 5th pitcher now to toe the slab for the Oilers here in this ball game, as Ricky Martinez picks up his 2nd hit of the night. Had just 1 hit to his credit coming in on the day. But his first multi-hit game of the year, and he's now in scoring position for the red-hot Josh Bristian, who has reached base in all of his plate appearances on the night, as the first pitch to him looked like a two-seam fastball that runs just a little bit inside, 1-0. Bristian 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Without question, his best day at the plate on the season. He walked his last time aboard back in the 6th. He'll have another crack at it here in the bottom of the 8th, as he has a chance to give the Miners some more insurance runs here as a 1-0 breaking ball drops in for a called strike 1. One's across the board here, number 1 at the dish. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 man on for the Miners. It's Ricky Martinez. He's standing at second, as Bristian's got another man in scoring position here. The 1-1 on the way. Another breaking ball, this time that misses high and inside. So 2-1 the count. Second time this year the Miners have hit double digits in runs. The only other time back on June 11th against the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. They won that game 12-4. As Ferris is ready from the right side of the rubber from the stretch. The 2-1 is a fastball that's fouled straight back by Bristian off the screen. So we're even now at 2 apiece. Bristian now 3 for 7 in the series. It's his 10th game of the year. After going 0 for 3 last night, has bounced back in a big way here on this Friday evening and looking to add to it. Righty on righty matchup here. Ferris checks the runner at second. The pitch is a breaking ball that misses in the dirt. Good eye by Bristian to lay off. So 3-2 now our count. We have a final from Anchorage, the only other game taking place in the ABL tonight. The Bucks hang on for a 7-2 victory, and as of right now are tied with the Mat-Su Miners for first in the ABL. But with the way this game is going, that should not last too much longer, as the Miners look to still hold a half-game lead in the ABL as they look to close the door on the Oilers here. 3-2 pitch is a called strike 3 with the fastball on the outside corner. So the Oilers finally able to retire Bristian here for the first time tonight, and it's back to the top of the order with Eric Webb, who's 1 for 4 with an RBI. Webb now with 14 RBIs on the year. Good for first in the Alaska Baseball League. Has an opportunity to add to that here. Martinez still on second. 1 out. Webb digs back in. Another righty on righty matchup here, as Calvin Ferris now in his 5th appearance on the season pitching, as the first pitch a breaking ball that's waved at and missed. Webb misses over the top of that one, so 0-1 the count. Ferris 1-0 on the year. No earned runs allowed. 5 2/3 innings of work. Opponents hitting .222 against him. 4 hits, 9 strikeouts, 1 walk. He's been pretty effective, as the 6-foot right-hander is ready, and the 1 pitch is grounded into left field for a base hit. As it gets through the hole at third and short, Martinez heads to third. Webb is in with a single, his 2nd hit of the evening, and now the Palmer, Alaska native Matt Palmer has a chance for RBI number 2 here as he digs back in. Palmer replaced the injured Sam Thompson, who came up hobbling after picking up an RBI single back in the 4th as part of a 6-run bottom of the 4th for the Miners, as the Valley's finest have only scored in 2 innings thus far, a 5-run bottom of the 1st and a 6-run bottom of the 4th, as that's led them to an 11-5 game. Palmer steps back in. First pitch to him, a fastball painting the outside corner for a called strike 1. Palmer hit into a 1-6-3 double play his last time aboard. He's 1 for 9 on the season. This is his 5th appearance for the Miners on this 2019 campaign. There are runners at the corners. Middle infielders playing double play def as they're hugging the bag at second. Ferris working from the right side of the rubber, ready at the letters. The pitch is waved at and missed on the breaking ball. 0-2 now to Matt Palmer. Palmer this past year at Waldorf University just finished his senior year there, a .266 hitter, 5 homers, 42 RBIs, 40 runs scored, 13 doubles, and 6 stolen bases. A versatile player. As he digs back in, another righty-on-righty matchup. Ferris from the stretch, the 0-2 on its way. Good eye there by Palmer to lay off the breaking ball in the dirt as he steps out and gets his sign from first base coach Jeff Erlab, who's also the pitching coach of this Mat-Su minor squad. No action going on in the bullpen for either team. Evan Floyd will more than likely be coming back out for the Miners in the ninth to try to shut the door. But for now, the Valley's finest trying to add some to their lead. They're up 11-5. The 1-2 on its way is poked out towards shallow right field. Retreating is the second baseman, Bobby Goodlow. He makes the catch, and that will not be deep enough to score the run from third. So Palmer now 0 for 2 on the evening. Runners at the corner still with 2 down, and the number 3 hitter, Justin Kirby, is stepping back in. Kirby on the night has walked twice, singled, grounded into a fielder's choice that also resulted in an RBI, and he popped out to the first baseman his last time up. 1 for 3 on the night, 2 runs scored and 2 walks. Another righty-on-righty matchup coming up here. Both runners get their leads. Webb about a 3-step one off of first. Martinez trots off a third. Ferris ready. First pitch to Kirby is grounded hard towards third. Backhanded by the third baseman. Servine bobbles it a little, throws across the diamond to first. And a phenomenal stretch by Connor McCord to squeeze that one for out number 3. And good recovery by Servine. Chalk that one up as 5-3. We enter the ninth and final inning of this one. The Oilers have got their work cut out for them. They're down 6. The Miners lead at 11-5. When we come back, top of the ninth, coming to you next. Jonathan Villa coming up to the dish for the Oilers to start the top half of the ninth, and the Miners lead at 11-5. Looking to finish off a 4-game sweep of the Oilers and add to their 6-game winning streak here as Floyd's first pitch to Villa is in there for a called strike one. 4-5-6 due up here for Kyle Brown's Oilers. Bobby Goodlow is on deck. Giancarlo Servine in the hole as Villa gets some pretty good wood on this one out towards right field, and it's going to be a one-hopper off the Palmer Bar and Grill sign in right. And Villa's going to trot in with a double. His first hit of the evening. He's now reached base in his last 2 plate appearances. So Villa now 1 for 4 on the evening, and the Oilers are going to need plenty more of those here to try to tie this ball game up in the top half of the ninth as Evan Floyd looks to finish things off. And a pinch hitter here for the Oilers, it will be Camden Vasquez. Vasquez, the ABL's leader in batting average, with Eric Webb behind him in second. Vasquez didn't get the start today, comes in a .429 hitter as the first pitch to him misses upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Vasquez's first multi-stolen base game of the year last night. He has 9 multi-hit games, which is also tied for the Alaska Baseball League lead. As Floyd takes a quick step off the mound and recollects himself, leans back in and gets his sign from catcher Cody Huff, comes ready at the belt. The 1-0 pitch on its way to Vasquez is a fastball that is just above the letters for ball 2. Vasquez first in the ABL in hits, third and runs. He has struck out, however, in each of his last 5 games. As he's subbed in now for the second baseman, Bobby Goodlow, the 2-0 on the way, again upstairs to the 5-9 utility man, so 3-0 now the count. There's an open base at first, runner at second, nobody down, 3-0 game, 3-0 count, excuse me, 5 runs, 9 hits for the Oilers, 11 runs, 13 hits for the Miners. Floyd digs in, the 3-0 on its way is in there, painting the inside corner with a fastball for strike 1. Still a hitter's count though for Vasquez as he's ahead 3-1. Oilers will travel to Chugiak to take on the Chinooks after this one. The Miners to Anchorage tomorrow for a doubleheader against the Glacier Pilots. The 3-1 pitch to Vasquez misses for ball 4, so he draws the walk. The 12th free pass on the year for Camden Vasquez. So the Oilers have the first 2 men of the inning aboard here. First and second, nobody down. And coming up to the plate, the third baseman, Giancarlo Servine. Servine on the day, singled his first time around, has hit into 2 double plays, a 1-6-3 and a 5-3. He's also flown out. Comes into this at-bat 1 for 4. As this game has now hit the 3-hour point as we've just passed 10 o'clock here, Alaska Standard Time. We thank everybody who has stayed up late to join us. Brandon Monty alongside Nick Velan as the first pitch to Giancarlo Servine is fouled straight back off the screen for strike 1. Reminder, folks, you can stream all Mat-Su Miner games, home and away, on YouTube Live on the Mat-Su Miners YouTube channel. We'll have all 44 regular season games for you with a pregame show 30 minutes prior to first pitch of every Mat-Su Miners contest. Floyd back out onto the mound. The 0-1 pitch on its way to Servine is a little bit upstairs, 1-1. Well, folks, if you're looking for a good time while you're in Palmer, you can always visit the Palmer Bar. Now, with outdoor seating, you can enjoy a refreshing drink and good friends outdoors in the Alaska sunshine. It's located in downtown Palmer. The Palmer Bar is a great place to grab a bite to eat and take in the sights. As Floyd is ready at the belt, the 1-1 pitch on its way. It's lined hard to short. Right at Martinez, bounces in front of him. Flips it over to third, though, for the force out. So a good recovery there by Martinez on a ball that was a little hard to read there. It looked like it was coming right at him, but then it dipped right in front of him on a 1-bouncer, and he bobbled it a little, but flips it over to third for the force. 6-5 there on the fielder's choice. So same situation here with 1 out. First and second, 1 down. And coming up is John McKay, the catcher. 5th plate appearance of the day here for McKay. He scored twice, reached on an error his last time around. He's also reached on a drop third strike that got away as the first pitch to him is waved at and missed, as he couldn't catch up to the fastball on the outside part of the plate. So 0-1 now the count. McKay 1 for 4. He singled back in the second. Floyd checks the runner at second, working quickly. The 0-1 pitch, and McKay thought about it but laid off on the fastball in the dirt. So 1-1 is now our count. As the Miners just 5 strikes away here and 2 outs from their 10th victory on the season. Floyd takes a deep breath, goes into his motion. The 1-1 is chopped foul towards the on-deck circle. Where Skylar Messenger is waiting. Travis Bohall is in the hole. So a 1-2 count now on what has turned into a mostly cloudy night here in Palmer, Alaska, as the temperature continues to dip. Again, we just passed 10 o'clock here in Palmer. We thank all of you who continue to stay up late with us to watch the ending to this ball game. Floyd ready, 1-2 on the way to McKay. A breaking ball just misses for ball 2. Looked pretty good there, but the count regardless is even now, 2-2. McKay digs back in, a righty-on-righty matchup. The runners get their leads. Floyd gives the nod to his catcher, Cody Huff. Checks the runner at second. 2-2 on its way, is fouled off to the right side and out of play. So we'll do it again, 2-2. Remember, folks, a foul ball can do some serious damage to your car. You can always visit the fine folks at the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. They're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more information. 2-2, 1 out, 2 men on. Floyd's pitch to John McKay is lined hard back up the middle and just past the diving reach of Ricky Martinez. The runner's being waved around third. He's going to try to score. The throw to the plate, however, is in time, and Camden Vasquez is gunned down trying to score from second on the single. So John McKay's second hit of the night will not result in an RBI. A beautiful throw there from Eric Webb, showing off the arm in center field. That one was right on the money. Vasquez was out by about 4 steps there at the plate. It was not even close as Huff applied the tag for the second out. And Skylar Messenger steps in as the last hope here for the Oilers here in this top of the ninth. Their 10th hit of the ball game from McKay as he's now at first. Now runner on second as well. Floyd ready. First pitch to Messenger, waved at and missed for strike one. Just 2 strikes away now are the Miners from once again having sole possession of first place in the Alaska Baseball League and picking up their 10th win of the year and 7th in a row. Floyd is ready, checks the runner at second. The 0-1 on its way is hit out to center field. Webb is retreating. This one could be a gapper, and no, Webb is underneath it. He tracks it down and makes the catch, and the ball game is over. Your Matsu Miners have won their 7th game in a row here. Get the brooms out. They sweep the Peninsula Oilers in a 4-game series as they win the series finale tonight 11-5. They pick up win number 10 and are still a half a game ahead of the Anchorage Bucks for first place in the Alaska Baseball League. Again, folks, we thank you for staying up and streaming with us. We'll have post-game interviews coming up with Tyler LeBrun as well as our player of the game, which is to be determined. You'll find out who that is in just a few short moments alongside Nick Phelan. This has been Brandon Monty thanking you for joining the broadcast tonight. Once again, our final score from Herman Brothers Field. The Miners are victorious once again.